Check, check, mic check. You know what time it is. We're back. Yeah. Episode 12 of the 0 Point Podcast. You know the vibes, chat. You can sense the vibrations. Oh, it's going to be crazy. Let's go. Let's get them W's up. Let's get the chicken up. You know what to do. Oh my goodness, bro. Chat, you guys are not ready. You're not ready for the podcast today, bro. Oh man, I'm so excited. So excited. Yo, hold on. Keep the applause going, bro. Hold on. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Hit the applause rock for a second. Lord! Chat, I'm so excited for today. I am so excited for today. Let's get on a poppin', shall we? Who we got out here, bro? Get the applause back up. Yeah! Let's switch it up a little bit. Switch it up. Let's go. All right, let's pray the microphone does not cut out. Let's pray that we have no mic issues. If we do, that would be incredibly awkward. Chat, welcome back. I see a lot of y'all out here. Of course, you're holding it down on Twitch per usual. Oh my goodness, Nightbird, H2O Rex, what's up? I see y'all chilling over on TikTok. Soldier Taylor, Bastion, Ultimate Fusion, Rexify FN, Gaming with Rec Ion. I see y'all, Burning Tundra, BB18, Slaybet, Grant the Goat. I see y'all over on YouTube. And then of course, Young Twitch holding it down, getting me that viewership for partner. Carasaur, Z-Beams, Koala, Honey Spirits, RoboCoop 4000, Shoddy Kings out here. Light Striker, I see you, bro. Epic Dog, what's up, bro? What's up, Tommy? I see you, bro. Beef, it's good, bro. Stellars, what's up? Blue Jays here. Good Time, Thunder's here. Butter Slayer's here, man. Love to see it. The Ripped, what's up, man? What's going on? Willow 3000's here. Coolio, Uncle, what's up? What's up? I'm glad you're ready. I'm glad you're ready. Oh, man. Ned Eats McDonald's, what's up, Ned? Star the Protagonist is here, let's go. Run it up. Zykill, 12, what's up, bro? Lunch on Crack, what's up, Lunchables? Veloso Franco, what's up, bro? Dark Ice is back, TS is here. Young Rylick, of course Rylick's here. Yo, Rylick, tell everybody. Okay, good, Science here, good. We got everybody here. Look, chat. Oh man, I almost hit the power button on my computer, bro, that would've been really awkward. Chat, today's pod is gonna be so wild, bro. This crew of people here, this might be our craziest podcast yet, man. We got topics covering Fortnite lore. We got topics covering competitive Fortnite. We got topics covering collabs. We got everyone's thoughts on our reaction to the season 4 trailer. Okay, was it Ultimate Doom? Absolute Doom is the name of the next season, bro. And the content today. I'm so excited, man. I'm so hyped. It's gonna be so much fun. Who's ready, bro? Who's ready for it? Listen, there will be giveaways and all of that, but we're gonna push that on later. We want to keep the flow of the podcast going. I'll let y'all know about that in just a moment. But I want to thank everybody for showing up today. We will be giving out more V-Bucks. And remember, this week and this week only, every single day, right before we end stream, we are giving away 13,500 V-Bucks to someone on top of the other giveaways that we're doing. So if you want a chance at a thick stack of V-Bucks, make sure you stay through all the way to the end, guys. I really love you. Appreciate y'all. 13,500 V-Bucks every day. It's going to be wild. So listen, y'all saw the poster. Y'all saw the title of the stream. It's time that we introduce our panel. I think it's time we get over there. Real quick, one thing I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to do this right now. I am going to be muting notifications for the sake of the podcast. I can't be having all the follows and donos and all that stuff. I appreciate everybody. Are we getting botted again, bro? Are we actually getting bot viewers again, dog? Like, unironically? Literally, the stream just started, bro. It's too early for bots. It literally is. Look, so guys, this is how it's going to work. We're not going to be giving away any V-Bucks for the first hour until we're about an hour in. I want to make sure that you have time to cover these topics, get our guests acclimated. I'm going to be turning off notifications for the rest of the stream just so we can keep the flow of the podcast going. But I will be giving out the same amount of V-Bucks. So in the first hour, we will be picking 2 giveaway winners. And then from there, depending on how long the pod goes for, if we go an hour and a half to 2 hours, if we go another 2 hours, or we go another hour after that, so a 2-hour-long pod in all, we'll give away 3 1,000 V-Buck cards. And of course, at the end, 13,500 V-Bucks to somebody. Remember, every day this week, somebody is going to win 13,500 V-Bucks. Okay, I think that's pretty fair. How does that sound? Everybody cool with that? Are we cool with that? Is everybody chill with that? I think that that's pretty fair. So listen. Since we got that out the way. Hang on, check something. Okay. Since we got that out the way, stop the applause. Also, I'm just gonna say this real quick too. Any squads of Clark, any like what's in the box Clark, all that kind of stuff. I would say, so make sure you save your channel points. We will not be doing any of that today. It's just solely focused on the boys, the pod. Now look, I want you guys to, as we're talking about different topics, feel free to weigh your opinion. I'm sure Rylick and JoJo and Cyan and everybody, they'll be reading your chats. Maybe we'll, if time allows, maybe we'll even have a moment for us to like read the chat and kind of see what other people are asking or talking about with specific topics. And maybe we'll even have a part of the stream where you guys can ask us stuff too. Okay. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to our panel. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to introduce to you the greatest panel of podcasters to ever do it. I'm so excited for this group of 0 Point podcasters today. First up, man, we love this man so much, okay? He has one of the most glorious beards, if not the most glorious beard in the Fortnite community. He's your man with too many channels. It is the one and only, this guy, Clen. Everybody give some W's and chicken chef for Clen. Clen, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
Motherfucker, is your name Clen? Is your name Clen? Yes. I'm about to. I'm muting Cyan right now. I literally just muted Cyan.
Cyan, you got muted. That was weird. Why would he do that?
I know, right? Just trying to steal your identity like that? That's crazy.
I know, Cyan, you're
identity
mean,
theft
mean
is not
man.
a joke.
I know, true. Right?
That's
like,
real.
gosh, who does he think he is, bro? Anyway,
we should talk about identity theft today.
That'll be one. You know what? I'll add that to the docket on the list of topics that we have. But anyway, perfect. Clen, welcome, bro. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. I'm happy that you're here. But you know who else I'm happy to have here? This gentleman is a longtime friend, the only content creator that I've had the honor of meeting in person, at least until next month. The heart and soul of humor in the Fortnite community, a paragon of justice and truth everywhere. We have the one and only Josiah. Jojo, say hello to everybody.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, Clark. I appreciate it.
Is everybody's identity just getting stolen today? Is that what's happening? Everybody, Lord, is Jojo here? Please tell me he's here.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up? How y'all doing?
Ah, that's better. God, you guys are just slow on the recoil today. All right.
I love everybody. Mwah.
Next up, everyone's favorite furry and competitive player, the man who clapped Clix's cheeks live on air, one and only Lord Rylick. Rylick, say hello.
I hate you. Why do you always have to introduce me like that?
Because I just try to give the most accurate descriptions of my friends possible, and you know, hey, we all see your profile picture. We love you, even though you're everyone's favorite furry. We're the only furry that we actually like. So you should feel honored.
W Shoddy King in your chat. W, that guy's the GOAT.
Next up, we have, you know who it is, chat. He puts a capital D in Daddy and Dagwummy. It is the man with 1 million subs on YouTube and on TikTok, 1 million followers on TikTok. Of course, Daddy Dagwummy. Dag, say hello to everybody.
What's up, everyone? How you guys doing today?
Dag, say something, goddammit.
I'm here. What's up, guys? Good to be here. This is what, like,
your eighth time.
What was our first podcast? Like 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
2 years ago. No. Was it 3? It was chapter 3, season 1? Chapter 3, season 1 was our first podcast, I'm pretty sure. So
dang. 2 chapters later.
Yeah, I know. Crazy. It's wild how long we've been doing this.
I know. I'm reading the chats right now.
Mr. Kame Mama himself.
No, my favorite's Dagcummy.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay, all right, let me unmute this last guest. Okay, and listen, last but not least, you know him by many names, but more specifically, his title of the Master of Five Realities. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we brought him here to troll everyone, more specifically, Rylak. But we could bring none other than the King of Lore himself, Cyan. Let's give it up.
I am the leader of the 5 realities.
Cyan, you should be unmuted. Cyan.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Oh, I'm about to make a whole new name for myself. Damn!
Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself here. Okay, all right, Deadpool,
Yes,
Wolverine
I'm
reference.
gonna
I see.
teach every single one of you about the Doctor Doom lore, about how he took over the 5 realities, and he cooked me some of that like Master Chef cube sushi. Mwah, so good.
God.
What are you saying?
I am already regretting this panel of people. But look, first of all, I'm just so happy to have you guys here. This is going to be fun. I feel like out of all the podcasts I've done, this one's going to be, there's going to be something special about this one because I feel like between all you guys, I've shared the most, like some of the best moments this season overall. And because of that, like before we started, right? Before I started stream, I actually wrote down a list of like a lot of the crazy shit that we've had happen this season. I actually wanted to list this off to you guys before we get into like the meat of all this. But first of all, welcome everybody. I'm so happy you guys are here. It's gonna be so much fun. But
I'm happy to be here.
good.
I'm
glad.
not happy. Where's
Cyan's
my
not happy.
gift?
Where's your
Your gift?
Your gift is being in
Yes.
Clint's presence, okay? All right.
Aw.
Give me all your V-Bucks, mine.
So listen, this was okay. So after like writing down a lot of like all the things that I could think of, and I know I forgot a couple of things. There's probably a couple of things I could have thrown on this list, but after writing down all the things that have happened in Fortnite Season 3, I realized how freaking stacked this season was, just like with events and just random shit happening. But it's what I wrote down. So
Yeah.
try to go in chronological order. Ninja crying, the war between competitive and casual, the click stream, Fortnite Reload being added, the worst summer update in Fortnite history, the Magneto update, the Mystery of the Wanderer, Pirates of the Caribbean collab, the summer road trip challenges, Paradigm being released by mistake, Battle Pass exclusivity being removed, Fall Guys being added, the live event, and then Doctor Doom being revealed to be the Wanderer. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple of other things I could have added in there, but I think I got the majority of the important stuff.
Oh, you
Holy
forgot
shit.
Fortnite. You forgot the
Reloading?
fact that Fortnite's finished.
Oh, is it for the 874th time? Yeah,
This time it was for real.
Fortnite's a dead game now.
because of the
Dead game.
metaverse.
We will not be
Forgot
playing.
to also add the villain arc I had in this season. And
Oh,
last
don't worry.
Fortnite.
Listen,
That's true.
we're going back. We're gonna cover a lot of that stuff. Okay. And actually, I feel like this is a good place to start. The first topic I had. Okay, remember, I want this pod to be a bit more free from. I just want to feel like just the boys chilling and talking. So no, not everybody talk at once, but also don't feel too afraid to speak up. But I want to know first and foremost, has anyone's opinions on season 3 changed at all since it first started? Anybody's thoughts or feelings towards the season changed?
Yeah,
from the beginning?
100%.
A lot.
Go ahead, talk to me. Tell me what's changed. What's different for you? I don't care who goes.
Okay. So when this season first came out, I was like, this is probably the worst season of all time. And now, towards the end of the season, this is 100% confirmed the worst season of all time.
Oh my god.
So
Wow.
your opinion didn't change.
No, it did.
It got
I just
worse.
thought that it might not be the worst. And then now that we're at the end, it is the worst. Not even close.
Wow. Just Mr. Pessim. I'm so happy I brought you on for this pod. Just for that. Just for your terrible takes alone, Riley. This is gonna be fun.
No, every take I have is just the best.
Is an L. Yes, I know. That's fine. It's okay.
I had a lot of fun with the cars at the beginning. Like most of us here, I think, besides Rylak, I'm guessing. I don't know if Cyan liked it at the beginning, actually.
I loved it. I was in love.
Yeah, and then once the cars got nerfed, don't get me wrong, I enjoy every season of Fortnite. I just like playing the game, but comparing to other seasons, I didn't like it. And then Reload got added, and that's like the most fun I've had in a while. Like I liked Reload more than I liked the cars at the beginning of the season. So it's ending off really, really fun for me. But the problem is I didn't get to play BR as much as I wanted to because I've been playing Reload.
Yeah. Same.
Mhm.
Anybody else? Dag, Jojo.
For me, like, it started off really strong, obviously. Like that first 2 weeks, then the nerfs started like making things go down for me. And then there is like a period in between some updates that was pretty rough, like before Pirates of the Caribbean, I want to say. And then towards the end, it's always a low point of the season. But Reload helped a lot. But if I'm rating the season, I'm not really gonna include Reload necessarily. Just for like just the season. Usually I would just add in pretty much what happened in BR. If I add in Reload, it definitely changes. But my thoughts on the season are pretty much the comp people ruined it, and I think it could have been pretty interesting and pretty fun for a lot longer if they just let it be crazy.
Dagums.
I mean, I really enjoyed it in the beginning with the cars. Like, I feel like, our whole like squad did, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I do think the nerfs were, I don't know, needed, and they weren't surprising that they eventually did them. But I don't know. I feel like Fortnite, it's kind of they kind of do this every time, where people really enjoy it for the first like 2 weeks. There was the whole, comp versus casual debate, but what? Hey, why are we Lego now?
Wait, what?
But I don't know. My opinion, I don't know. It definitely changed after the nerfs, but I still enjoyed it overall.
You think so? That was one of the questions that I did have. Which actually, I want to hear what Cyan thinks about the season. If his opinion on it has changed at all since it came out, and then I want to talk about the nerfs. But Cyan, did your opinion on things change at all as the season progressed? Your perspective
So
altered.
this season for me was definitely like a roller coaster. It started off like extremely good. I'm a huge fan of like chaotic, crazy, just like explosions, chaos, people going crazy, the cars. I love that. I love that like style of games, which makes me really hyped for the next season too. So this is a started off. I was like extremely happy. And after the Greek season, with that disgusting storyline that season had, this is a story started really good. I was so happy with it. I was just hoping that it keeps it up. And it did for the first update, but then in the middle, they again made the same mistake that they did in the last 2 seasons. Rather than focusing on the theme of the season and making the theme be strong, they completely destroyed the theme by nerfing everything. So not only the season is not made for comp players, now it's not made for casuals either. It's just right in the middle, which is not a good idea.
Good take.
Then
Yeah, everyone lost. It sucks.
exactly. And then like the storyline also again first of all, let me say the updates. The updates again got way more focused on collabs, and the theme of the season was completely ignored for like the third time in this chapter. Then the storyline, amazing start. In the middle, once more just random shit. Go to like Peabody's. 4 parts of the quest were searching for golden balls. I'm sick of searching for balls. Stop making me dog balls. I don't know, pea balls. Stop, please. So yeah, I say like those
You like
that
searching
part should
for
have
dog
been
balls, sign?
He just likes
Yeah,
balls in general. Is fine.
no.
If they were
So, like,
golden balls, he would have been happy because they would have been Midas's.
oh my
Golden dog
god.
balls?
Just golden balls in
Midas
general.
balls. Okay, so like, if those 4 parts of the story were only 2 and the other 2 were to explain Megalodon instead or the Greek gods, that would have been way better. But they keep wasting the storyline quest for some reason. But so I started hating this season because of the middle of it. But the ending, the mini live events, and how good the storyline is getting again, it kind of brought me back. My villain arc has finished. The
Has it?
Cyan Lord of the Five Realities, the gorgeous like Professor Lore, the beauty is back. I'm here to cook. That's it.
Okay. So basically, with you loved it in the beginning, then you hated it. Now you're back and falling in love with it again, basically.
Yes.
So this. So here's the deal. I want to get before we get into like any of the storyline stuff and all that shit. You're gonna have to wait for that, Cyan, okay? But before we get covered that, I want to talk about like kind of the nerfs and all of that, because from what I'm hearing from both casual and competitive side, you guys, I'm like, and I might disagree with everyone here on this, but from what I'm hearing from people, it sounds like both sides are saying like neither side won. It wasn't good for casuals and it wasn't good for competitive players either, as a result of the nerfs. And I personally, I don't know if I agree with that. I'm curious from the competitive side. So, Riley, like, I'm going to look to you for an answer to this. So after I'll be honest, like right before Nitro and the Fists got nerfed, we just like, I felt like the whole comp versus casual war just kind of died down. Like nobody really gave a shit anymore. And then all the nerfs started happening. So I kind of tuned out of like how the competitive scene felt about all the nerfs and everything. Can you kind of give me a breakdown of like how things have been from the side of competitive Fortnite players? Like, it seemed like, from my perspective, it seemed like you guys got what you wanted. You got split loot pools. You got a lot of items nerfed. You got some items removed from competitive. Like, why is the competitive scene not happy with these changes?
I mean, I think everyone in the comp space was definitely happy when they did split the loot pools and got the cars and the fist out of comp. But they left Nitro, and even though Nitro's got nerfed pretty heavily, it's still super overpowered and really bad for the meta. Obviously, we're happier now than we were at like the start of the season, but it's still just terrible. And with things like bullet drop, the bad meta, the bad POIs this season, like the season is still terrible for comp. It's a little bit better now the cars are gone, but people still hate it because it sucks.
So what sucks about? So you're saying the POIs are bad? What makes the POIs bad?
The entire desert has almost no loot. Fighting there is awful. It's just, it wasn't good map changes at all. Like putting all the medallions at the worst POIs on the map. Like anybody who's ever landed at like Redline Rig, Brutal Beachhead, like they're not good POIs. Even Nitro Dome, right? Like looting there is horrible. It's super loud with the music. It's hard to have comms with a teammate.
Yeah.
It's not good. Like it's cool for like fun casual stuff, but to put all of the medallions down there, really? Like I don't even like medallions at all. But to put all of them down there just focuses so many people to that side of the map, and there's hardly any cover, there's hardly any loot, there's hardly anything down there. It's just awful.
That's ironic because the whole point was to get into a car and rotate. So like
Exactly.
when you took that out, it's like, well, I guess you just kind of destroyed like the point of the season, you know? So
Yeah,
you got what
I mean,
you,
everyone
like
lost.
it wasn't designed to, you know. Do you think, now let me ask you this question. Do you think it would have been better if they maybe just had have kept the vehicles in, but just nerfed them considerably and added in the weapons and items that nerfed the cars that gave a lot of counters to them?
I don't
just-
know. I'm kind of generally against cars, but I think it would have been interesting to see like how the cars would have been without the modifications, just like the OG like regular cars that are only used for mobility. That might have made it a little bit better, but it also might have made it worse. I think it just depends.
The thing is, though, there are so many counters that were added to vehicles, and I think like from the casual standpoint, I feel like that's where a lot of the gripes come in. It's not just the fact that like a lot of the items got nerfed. It's like the cars have so many counters to them, they're not even worth using. At least that's what I've heard from a lot of people.
What counters?
Well, you've got the sniper rifle.
That's not a good counter. It does like what 400 to the cars. I mean,
Pushes back too.
The
snipers.
The cars only have what 1,200 health, right?
Yeah,
some
they
have
nerfed
over
the hell.
2,000.
No, wait, what?
Magneto
It's-
gloves.
Yeah,
It's
car-
some of the
car-
G wagons
Void
have over
cars.
2,000 HP.
Still?
Yeah, and
I'm
the
pretty sure they
sniper.
nerfed them down to other car HP.
I think the best right now might be down to like 1,800, but still, like even if you're shooting at a car with the sniper rifle, it's still going to take multiple shots before it's disabled, and they're just going to be
Of
gone by
course.
the time you even shoot them.
Well, why?
Like
why
that's
would
not a good counter. The boom bolt wasn't good.
Well, hold on a second.
The-
I didn't finish my list of counters, but like
Oh,
the
okay, all right.
well, you have the sniper. You had the shockwave or the impulse. What is it? The EMP grenades. You
Mhm.
had the what's the new
Magneto.
the magnetos I don't think are
Yeah,
competitive.
Magnetos.
But the magnetos were
Oh.
magnetos were really good. Are the magnetos in competitive?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
So yeah,
Neither
you
is the
don't.
sniper.
The sniper. Wait, the sniper's not in comp.
The
Oh,
boom
that
bolt?
fu-
The boom
but
bolt's
the
not in
cars
comp
aren't,
either.
right?
So you have none of the. Well, I guess you don't really need any of that stuff because you don't have the.
You don't have cars.
You don't have cars,
In
so you wouldn't
Fortnite.
really need those.
Yeah.
But the point, but I guess what we're working on a hypothetical here. Like the point is that if you had have kept the cars in. Like, there's a lot of things to counter cars, especially like the EMP. I think the EMP grenades are like the strongest out of them all.
Yeah, the EMPs were the only good ones, but the issue with that is that you have to drop something important to carry it. Like, not every fight is going to come down to a car fight, but if it does, you're going to be mad that you didn't have the EMPs. So Epic Games was essentially forcing comp players to have to drop something important, whether it be a heal, mobility item, something like that. You know, you have to drop that to hold an EMP and hope you get lucky enough to actually use it on a car in a fight.
That would be the point of a meta switch, though, right? Like, that's the point.
Yeah,
Inherently,
people
like that
would hate that.
Like,
that would suck for comp.
like for example, in Chapter 3, Season 4, everybody had chromes. Everybody had chrome splashes in their inventory, right? Like the chrome, like using the chromes were meta at that time. That's just what I don't really see that as a good argument, considering like every time there's a major meta switch towards a specific play style, because Fortnite's adding in some new mechanic, you typically will add something to your inventory to switch up your play style. That's what Fortnite is.
A little bit, but I feel like keeping the cars in comp and then forcing people to take the EMPs, I feel like that's just them creating an issue and then making a way for you to fix it that impacts how you were playing before, when none of that could have even been added in the first place, and it would have been better.
But hold on a second. That's once again, that's the point of a meta switch, right? If there's a clear path or a clear play style for a season, which this season it's obviously car focused, then you would want to have like the initial complaint when we first started talking about this. Like I remember you saying that like you were irritated about the fact that just cars existing in general was annoying, but
yeah,
the other half of that argument was there were no counters to vehicles. So now that there are counters to vehicles, which is the theme of this season, that's still a problem because vehicles still exist, I guess. So it's just
having the counters is definitely nice. I think boogie bombs were low key better. They only had boogie bombs for a little bit, and then they added the EMPs. The EMPs didn't even disable a car for that long. Like, and even if you found them, like I think back in the beginning of the season, couldn't you like only find them on the ground? Didn't they like not spawn in like the blue ammo crates? Maybe I'm misremembering, but it was like kind of hard to find them when they were first added.
What, the
EMPs?
Or the EMPs?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't know if I played it when it first came out.
I don't know. I don't think that like a meta switch like that is horrible for something like pubs if pub players like it, but no comp player wants to deal with that. And like having certain changes to the meta, fine, but if they change things for the better, then it's good. But if they just make everyone hate it, like that's not good, you know? Like if it's a meta change that makes everyone have to work harder and play differently, then that's not inherently bad. But if they make it something that everybody despises, then like why would they do that? What's the benefit of doing that when they don't have to?
But once again, isn't part of the reason why everybody hated it initially is because there were no counters to it? Like if the season had started off with like 2 or 3 counters to vehicles, then I feel like a lot of the complaints would have been mitigated.
I partly disagree. I think cars were so overpowered that even if you did have a few of those EMP grenades or some sort of counter, there were so many cars driving around that you couldn't do anything anyways. Like if you disabled one car with the EMPs, another car pulls up and rams you with the spiked bumper. By that time, another team is already pulled up. Then you have a medallion team pushing you. Like having the cars be a mobility item as well as an overpowered like fighting weapon, it just means that everybody can third party. Like the entire like desert region around like Nitro Dome was just fully packed with cars. Like no matter how many counters you had, anyone can get over to that side in the map in like 30 seconds. So that's just how it was, at least for the lobbies that I played. And like that's how ranked was when the season first started.
Right.
That's why all those clips came out, because it was just awful. Like even if there are a couple little counters here and there that kind of work partly, like the EMPs or like the boom bolt, whatever, it just wasn't enough.
The thing is, what I was noticing in a lot of those clips was a lot of cars bunched up, like during in game. So if you throw one EMP could knock out 3 cars if you time it right. Like I don't really see how that'd be. And now you're forcing 3 different teams to fight each other and all jump out of vehicles.
I didn't see that a single time.
Well, once
Like,
again,
all
yeah,
the
because they
cars
didn't
bunched
I
count.
feel like that's, I don't know.
That's too specific, I think.
Why?
3 cars with 1 EMP. I don't think I saw a single time ever.
Yeah,
that
I didn't
happens.
even ever see 2.
You can't
What?
disable.
2 definitely.
You can't.
I didn't see that.
I'm not saying you can't, but I'm just saying I don't think they would have to be driving like
really close to each other. Yeah.
Like just
Really?
because in theory you might be able to take out 3 cars with 1 EMP in a late game does not mean that cars are fine for the meta because there's counters. You see what I'm saying? Like that's in my opinion, that's not a great argument. I
Also,
just think that nobody liked it. It shouldn't have been in comp. It wasn't competitive. Like, even if you got into a car, it just wasn't fun. Like, at the end of the day, it just wasn't fun. Nobody wanted to play the game that way. So,
Wait, so Riley, I have a question for you.
hey, what's up?
Why did the season become? You said this season is now what, your least favorite season of all time, right, or whatever?
Yeah, I think it's by far the worst.
If they made all those changes like in favor of competitive, why did it become worse for you? Is my question.
I mean, the season wasn't good to begin with. It wasn't just the meta. Like I was saying earlier, everything from like the POIs, the loot pool changes. I mean, the guns still having bullet drop for some reason. Like, there's
Right.
just so many things like this late into the chapter. Like, I've never been a huge fan of the Chapter 5 map to begin with. I think the layout's really nice. It's really beautiful. The hills, the scenery, the cover, it's all great. The POIs are awful. Looting the POIs is not fun. There's only a couple good POIs that have ever been on this map. And so to take out Fatal Fields, or not Fatal Fields, Fencing Fields, whatever it's called, some of the other POIs down south that were like somewhat decent, and then replace them with just this giant open desert with no loot, like that wasn't good to begin with. The loot pool, not good. The new meta with things like nitros, it just wasn't good. Like the cars were just like what everyone was focusing on, but even when the cars were no longer in comp, there's still a ton of other issues that make this season not fun at all.
So your issue is
So-
more, it sounds like, with the chapter in general, not just this season.
It's a little bit, a little mix of both.
Because the thing is, like, a lot of the thing is, Dag's point was, after all of these things changed, you're still frustrated with the season, but then your default response is going back to talking about things that are an issue with the chapter, not the season.
And I think that's a valid response, honestly. Like, I feel like that's, we've had that conversation, and like, no matter
Yeah.
what they do with this chapter, like, even if like next season is like a banger, right? It kind of does come down to like the gunplay a lot of the time, and we saw that, when Fortnite Reload released, that like
Yep.
it's
Yeah,
so
that's why-
different.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
only playing Reload. Like there are like, don't get me wrong, of course I'm still enjoying the game, but there's like the stuff like Bullet Drop is just putting a big damper on the whole chapter for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that.
I didn't
100%.
realize-
Who's up playing it?
Because when Clark first asked me about it, I was like, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, I had sort of like a neutral take. I was like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't really hate it that much.
I remember
Then
that.
Reload came out, and I'm like, wow, this is so different. And now I'm
Yeah.
like, I really hate Bullet Drop. But I mean,
Yeah.
I think the basis of my argument is that you could have a good season and a bad chapter. But when you add a bad season to an already bad chapter, that just makes it significantly worse. Like, last season was decent. I think it was okay. All the new POIs were terrible. Olympus, Brawlers, Grimgate, Underworld, they were all terrible. Like, they look cool, right? But they're not actually like good POIs. The loot is spread
I
out.
love
There's
them.
not many mats.
What makes a
I
good
think that-
POI in your opinion? What are the necessary requirements for that a POI needs to be good?
I think there's a whole bunch of different things. I think it comes down to how easy it is to land there and actually get loot and get mats. And what I've found with these new POIs is that they don't offer that. Something like Pleasant Park or even like
I think I
Tilted or
get
like
what he
the
means
older
exactly.
POIs
I see what you're
that
saying.
were easier and simpler to loot, that focused more on the function of a point of interest as opposed to just a spectacle. Like the new POIs look super cool.
Right.
When you actually land there, you're like, where are the chests? Like,
That is
where's
so
the
true.
mats? Like, they're just not good POIs. And to wipe out some of the best ones on the map to bring about this desert was just terrible. And then with the new meta and everything, I think that this season is just the worst.
Yeah, but one thing that you said about the cars being only in the desert, only one of them is. The other two, most of the times, kept driving around the other opposite side of the map. So you're kind of wrong about that one.
Wasn't it only one that was driving around? I thought there was always
No,
two
it's
at the
two.
bottom.
Only
It
It was
of
1 to
them
2.
stays.
You could have 2.
1 to 2?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it changes. I think in comp they all spawn at the POIs they're supposed to, so I haven't really dealt with that.
Yeah, because there were
a lot.
no vehicles, so they had to
Oh.
spawn at the. Yeah, so that once again, and this kind of goes back to the nature of mine and Rylick's first debate. That and the conclusion we came to is that the experience of a competitive player is not the same experience as a pub player. We're in a
Yeah.
way we're playing two different games, and I can understand the frustration from a comp perspective. The issue that I have though is the middle. It is kind of this middle ground where it's just like, well, in your opinion, and this is the thing I never asked you, Rylick, but like, what is Fortnite allowed to experiment with then? I understand from a competitive standpoint why a lot of these things are terrible, but from a pub standpoint or a casual standpoint, which I would argue is the vast majority of Fortnite's player base, I think this season did a lot right. I think there were a lot of great things. I do agree with some of the points you're making though, like on like the P, like you kind of hit the nail on the head with like an issue that I've been thinking about for a while with these POIs. Like a lot of them feel off, and the reason why they feel off is like you said, the loot is spread out. It's very hard to find it. Like with the Greek POIs, like it's very frustrating. Specifically, I say Mount Olympus. I think
Yeah.
I think what is it? That's why that's why we never land there. You really think about it. Like there's always POIs you don't land at. You like naturally you don't think about why. But when you start giving a reason to it, that's
like Olympus.
There's so many
much,
POIs
but
that look really nice,
Underworld
and they just
is
aren't
my
that fun to be
Yeah,
at.
'cause,
I
like,
still
think
think
about
they
it,
all
like-
kind of feel the same.
They just need to put more chests, and that already fixes a big issue. I don't know why they don't.
If there was
more
more
ground
chests, that'd be
loot.
great. But like,
Yeah,
but, like, hear me
exactly.
out. Hear me out.
The-
Like when you queue into reload, you can land anywhere and
Yeah.
like be totally fine. But in the actual game, there's like maybe 3 POIs that you switch between depending on who you're playing with.
right.
Like I don't like landing at the same POI every single game, but I feel like I kind of have to this season, especially or this chapter, especially this season,
Mhm.
because so many of the POIs I just don't think are viable, like at all.
I can agree
So-
with that.
I get that. For
I don't
Because
know,
yeah,
I mean-
we typically land restored reels. What's the one in the top
Even
right hand
loot
corner?
there is not the best, but we do
Yeah,
way
the
better,
loot
but-
and the loot at restore. Like it's like Fortnite's afraid to give you weapons. You know what?
Yeah.
That's another reason why I just realized why reload is so fun, because like it's 100% chest spawn, right? So
yeah,
you
that's
you
wonderful.
like yeah, you know
There's
like
chests
there's like 8
everywhere.
yeah, there's like 7 or 8 chests
Relics
in a
said,
building.
You can land anywhere. I
And
can land
so
at
much
some
ground
truck
loot.
and there's 4 chests.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
That's
like
so much
the
ground loot.
loot in reload is so much better too. Just
Yeah.
like the older
Mhm.
weapons are just better.
They
Like
feel
now,
good.
if you load in, like you're just gonna be getting like gray combats and like what's the AR that's in the game right now? Like the main
There's
one,
so
Well, they
many
just
Like
had
the-
a bunch of fan favorite
combat?
weapons in Reload.
the SMG one. Well, yeah, because they're good. I can't think of a single weapon in Chapter 5 Season 3 that I would ever want to see ever again except the Gatekeeper shotgun.
I'm not even with the Gatekeeper shotgun, to be honest.
That one
How
that much.
dare you? That's sick.
The
I-
only
I-
weapon that I keep running is the laser rifle, and that's only because it's hit scan.
The laser rifle?
Yeah,
The
the
tri-beam.
one you I don't know if you've used
Oh, that
it.
one. Okay, that one's okay. It's okay.
I think
But
the
that's the
SMGs
only
were
reason-
okay.
It's very forgettable.
That's my incentive to picking up a weapon, though.
The only SMG I like is the burst SMG.
Oh yeah, the burst. The burst.
don't
is
mind the
good. I
SMGs.
agree.
But even then, the first burst SMG was better too.
Well,
I
that's
also don't mind
Eh.
the combat.
I think this burst is probably the best one they've ever done. But like everything else, like what's that one? It's like an AR SMG that shoots light bullets, and it's totally
Tactical.
useless.
Tac AR.
the combat AR
Tac,
or attack AR.
Tac
AR.
the tac
You don't like
AR.
that?
That thing is awful. It
I don't
does
like it
nothing.
either.
It does no damage. It's not accurate. It's not fast. It
The
has
fire rate is
insane
terrible.
bullet drop. It's just.
It used
Like-
to be really good.
I remember back in
Yeah,
like
it was
what
season 9, right?
season
Season
9, season 9, 10. Yeah,
That thing was
Yeah,
so
back
good in
then
season
it was
9.
so good, and now
Mhm.
it's just unusably bad. Like
It's be-
there's just a lot of factors that make this season the worst of all time. It's not just the cars.
But I still think I agree with Clark on that, where it's like that's still a chapter 5 problem, really.
Yeah.
It is. I think it's a
yeah.
mix of
I-
both. Like
I
I don't
think
think the
if-
season is only bad because of just the season. It's partly bad because of just how the chapter is. I think the next
Yeah.
season could be wonderful, even though the chapter is overall kind of shitty. I think that they could really step it up with the
Well, I
next
don't know
season.
how much we
and
want
I'm
to talk
excited
about
for that.
next season yet, but
I
I
think-
think
Well-
I do think they're gonna be fixing a lot.
I
Well,
hope
that's-
so. I really
that-
hope.
Yeah, that's obviously one of the things I plan to talk about later was like I'm very see, this is the thing that's on my mind is how is the competitive community gonna like are you gonna hate next season too, because it's gonna be all superpowers or a lot of it's gonna be superpower based.
We're gonna
how-
just have to see how they're balanced.
Yeah.
Because here's what
Well-
I think. I think that most of the mythics shown in the trailer look really fun for pubs. I hope you guys have a blast with it. But I feel like when it comes to like the medallions, because I'm sure they're going to stick with medallions throughout the end of the chapter, I feel like it's just going to be the regular guns, but mythic versions. We're not going to be really having those mythics in competitive, most likely, because they see that we don't want that. Right? Like they changed ranked a few weeks ago to be with no cars and stuff. Maybe it's been like a month now.
Mhm.
But they changed it and they were like, let's just see what the community says about it. And we're all like, keep it this way. So they are. So hopefully
Well,
next season they do the
community
same
agreed.
thing. the ranked community was
God.
like, yeah, we do not want the cars in ranked, just leave them in pubs, and
That's
so Epic
good.
is doing that. So if they continue that next season and all the mythic stuff, all like the superhero, superpower stuff is only in pubs, that will be perfectly fine. They could easily balance it. And the new PLYs look really good, so I'm hoping they're great, but I'm not sure. We'll just
I
have to
would
see.
say the biggest issue with Chapter 5 is Chapter 4 did the modern version of the gameplay of this game way better. The weapons were more satisfying to use. The POIs had more loot than like any other chapter in my opinion. In my
The way
opinion,
the
at least
gameplay
half
flowed
of
in
them.
Chapter 4, I would argue, is the
Yeah.
best.
So like
Period.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah, the POIs were great.
I loved
yeah,
chapter
I
4
think
so
Yeah.
much.
if
I think Chapter 3
fi-
was better, but I get where y'all are coming from.
Chapter
I
3 was
won't
just a
argue with that.
remix Chapter 1 Island.
It's
That's all it
perfect.
was.
Yeah, that was
I
awesome.
liked Chapter 3.
No,
It was just
I was
Chapter
talking
3,
about
but
what like
newer.
what Science said, like getting into modern Fortnite. Like
Oh.
even I think they did it perfectly. Whether it's the graphics, weapons, POIs, all of it together. I think
Chapter
Chapter 4 is
yeah.
fantastic.
Chapter 4 seemed to be like the perfect balance between modern and
Yeah.
classic Fortnite. Like it hit that it hit a lot of those notes right between like the loot pool and just the designs of POIs and stuff.
Mhm.
Like I love the way that they just had everything just laid out in Chapter 4. But I
And
understand
even
why
a
They
people
just
good-
like
went
didn't
too
Chapter
far
3.
this
POIs,
season or this
but-
chapter.
Really,
thought
I
most
like
of
the
the
POIs.
chapter. I mean, I think again they looked really cool, but when you went to actually loot them, they were kind of terrible. And like when the jungle was in the game, like really looting anywhere in the jungle was just terrible. Fighting was awful, except the mammoth pistol, my beloved. Oh, my beloved mammoth pistol! Thank
And
you,
that-
Epic Games, for bringing it to Reload.
Oh my god,
What
I had so
about
much
the
fun with it in
I-
Reload.
Top 3 gun of
rifle?
all time. Don't at me.
That mammoth pistol was
Oh,
wild.
So good. It's so good.
It actually is a top 3 gun of all time. I'm not even kidding.
So, for my casual players, for the nerfs that we had this season, do we
Yeah.
you guys feel like all the nerfs just like ruined? Did it ruin it for you?
100%.
No, it doesn't necessarily ruin it. It just puts it in that horrible position between like fixing it for comp and worsening it. Like they didn't make it not OP enough for comp, and they didn't make it OP enough for like me as a casual. Like I'd rather like that. I feel like the way that they fixed the fists is fine. Nitro was like I was having so much fun running through people's boxes with Nitro and then
Mhm.
running into them as well. I really, really wish they didn't fix Nitro for casuals. And then cars like needed a tune, but I wish they would have tried a few more things before just like, in my opinion, making them almost completely useless.
Yeah, because you get in a car now. The whole point of the season, you just explode.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, it's
some
just
of the
gone.
items of the cars are like the turret. The turret is so garbage now. The spread of the
Mhm.
bullets are so big, and the
It's
distance, like
bad.
the bullet drop, and like the travel time on the bullets are
Yeah, they nerfed it like twice.
disgusting. It's
Mm.
so they completely made the turrets useless on the cars. So whenever you get them, you're like, why should I use this? My rifle would do more damage. It's like so bad.
And then you're stuck playing with a mediocre loot pool, and
Exactly.
like the only saving grace was the
think-
flintlock.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. It's like the nerfs reveal the flaws of just the chapter as a whole. You know, it's like we were just too caught up having fun in the beginning. Like, you know, it's almost like Fortnite is like a cake, right? And the cars were like the icing at the top, and
Mm-hmm.
it was, you know, in that beginning period, like it was nice and sugary. You know, it was sweet, but
Too much.
as we ate the cake, we get to the middle and it's dry. It's
You realize
chapter
it's
5.
actually a
Chapter
sink
5's lore.
sponge.
Explained
Yeah.
right there.
This whole chapter is so ass, bro. I cannot wait till it ends. Chapter
Sink
6, bro.
sponge.
Please make it
I like
better.
some
Epic,
I
parts. It's
genuinely,
not-
this might
Epic,
be,
please make it better.
it might be a crazy take, but I think looking back, like usually people get nostalgic, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I really do think. Well, okay, next season might save it, and I did really like last season, but I feel like everyone's gonna pretty much unanimously agree that this is the worst chapter.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Even
it's the worst
after, like,
chapter.
Yeah.
Even after
we're still
like,
gonna get those
2 years.
nostalgic people though. People are already
I'm gonna be
nostalgic for the first
nostalgic
season
for
of Chapter
fencing
5.
fields, but nothing else.
I
Oh,
think
fencing, my beloved.
It's like the
Gonna be
worst farm in
nostalgic
like
for Midas
Fortnite history, though.
return.
Well,
Shut up,
Oh my
dude.
depending on
Fencing
what
Fields
number
was
6 is.
goated, dude.
Oh, it's
I agree,
good, but
Fatal's
like,
better.
but like,
Fatal
why
is
miss
better.
that farm compared to all the other ones?
Well, because there's no other good farms on this map or any farms.
Oh, on this map. Oh, no, any
Dude, farm
farms.
POIs are always peak.
He wants
Anybody
to
in
win
chat
I'm
have an
agreeing with
opinion
you.
about that? Anyone in chat? Any
That actually was a
farm
farm.
opinions?
Like it had a
the
lot of loot.
last chapter's
vault.
farm POI I
Nice.
loved. What was it called?
It was so
Frenzy.
No,
beautiful.
I can't remember. They changed the name so many
Frenzy.
times, but in
Frenzy.
chapter 2,
Frenzy.
season 7,
Frenzy.
that had the best farm with the
Gorgeous.
underground IO base.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was
I
the best
hate it.
one.
I hate
Do
it.
you
You
know-
guys are dumb. If you guys
Do you
don't
know
like
I
farm
have-
POIs, you're dumb.
I love farm POIs. They're
Yeah, farm
like,
POIs are great.
fighting the houses. You know, it's just I
Yep.
don't know. Something
The
about
big house with all the loot.
I miss
Oh,
Yeah.
fireflies. You could grab them, set the whole farm on fire.
Bro, that
That
was one
shit
of the
was
first
stupid,
things I
but-
did when Chapter 4 dropped. Oh my gosh! And then
Yeah.
the graphics were so nice. I loved it. It was
Oh
amazing.
my god, the graphics!
The
Do you
fire
know I have
graphics actually were
1,000 different
really dope.
shots from chapter 4, 1,000. Like, oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
We need
It's
more
so
farms. We should have a
beautiful.
map that's just covered in farms. That's
Okay,
what we
next
should
thing,
have.
next
A
thing you're
reload
gonna start
map.
asking for a map that's just Coral Castle. Calm down, okay? Relax.
Dude, we should have
play
that
it.
as a
I'd play
POI
it.
or not a POI, an LTM. That would be so funny.
Coral
agree.
Castle only. They should do it on
Just-
April Fool's Day. Just throw it out.
With just a Coral Castle LTM, where it's like the entire OG map, but every POI is just Coral Castle.
Do that with the agency.
That'd be
I'd
peak.
be here for that.
Bring back the mythic goldfish.
Here's my deal to kind of here's my general thoughts to kind of wrap this whole conversation about like our general thoughts on the season overall, right? Like I think there's a lot to enjoy this season. I understand why people are frustrated with it. I understand like the arguments of the competitive players, and then later on the casuals. I can understand their frustration too with certain things being nerfed. However, I think the nerfs were necessary, and for me, the way I looked at it, I think it made it more fun. Like if they had have kept Nitro the same way, they had have kept cars the same way, I just think it would have gotten too stale. Now, like when I had to start like being a bit more strategic about how I'm using vehicles because oh shit, now my car can blow up, I think it made it even more fun for me. That's what I'm saying. Like I like this season, from my perspective, maybe I'm in the middle, maybe I'm neutral, but I don't feel it never got boring. I don't know, it just stayed fresh the entire time. Part of it's because the amount of content that they added, but I also just think that like these items, although once again from a competitive standpoint, I get that because you're playing a different game. And especially when you're playing to get better, you're playing for money, to have things interfere with your general play style, I think is a mistake. But here's the thing, and this is what people really need to understand. We don't want Fortnite to get to a point where they're afraid to experiment with stuff. And that's why I asked the question, like, well, how far is Fortnite allowed to go when it comes to experimentation, right? And that's the thing that I don't think the competitive players think about enough is like I understand that is arguably one of the more, like, they're the more hardcore aspect of the fan base. Like, they're the ones that are playing the game the most. They understand it on a level that most people don't. However, I don't think they're the ones that are spending the most money on the game, right? I think
No,
it's like
it's not
They
even
buy,
close.
800
It's like-
Can I bring up one point?
superhero
Clark?
skins garbage.
Yeah.
I want to bring something too after JoJo.
Go ahead.
So, one thing I wonder, like, with what you're saying and letting Fortnite experiment and stuff, like, I do think it's really important that they experiment, but I sometimes wonder, like, with this chapter, so they do, like, bullet drop, and they do, you know, not augments, but what's it even called? Attachments.
Yeah.
So they try these different things, and then, you know, bullet drop, not a hit scan, and then this season, they're, like, trying this car gameplay, but then when they strip it away, it's the core of just last chapter, and I wonder if they screw themselves over by making these seasons so far in advance that they can't, like, disregard core chapter elements into a chapter.
You know
Or
what
did
it
they-
is?
Interesting.
Because this season, I feel like if they had just ditched the bullet drop, it would have been great after the nerfs, potentially.
Let me say something. Let me say something. And Rylick, I know where you're coming from, but you have to get out you have to get out of a competitive mindset. I know that's the lens that you're looking at everything through, but you cannot look at Fortnite as a whole through that lens. That's damaging to the game. You can't do that. But I understand once again where you guys are coming from. But it's a different mindset than we're in a perspective from where JoJo's coming from. But this is what I will say to answer JoJo's point, right?
there's a concept that you learn when you perform, right? Like if you dance or sing live, there's a concept that you learn which is like a commitment, right? If you're going to perform something, you need to be fully committed to the performance. So when I go out and I dance, right? Like when I was younger, I was very timid. I was very insecure. I wasn't confident in my dance moves, right? That will make your dance moves look weak or sloppy or too loose or too tight, right? But when you're committed to the performance, right? When you're like, it doesn't matter what happens, I'm gonna go out there and I'm just gonna do my shit. It'll even if your moves aren't the best, it'll look amazing because naturally you're just like the energy, your persona, how you interact with the crowd. It's committed to making the best show or the best experience for the people that are watching you. Now, what does that have to do with Fortnite? Fortnite has the same issue. They have these amazing concepts, but the problem is they don't double down on it. They're like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna experiment with attachment. Oh, well, we're only gonna have attachments in certain parts of the map. No, there should be every POI should have a mod bench where I can go and mess with attachments. Also, why the fuck are attachments only for accuracy? Why don't they give us special abilities? Fortnite's a wacky. Like you guys should be. Yep. Doubling, quadrupling down. Like if you're not gonna give us augments, fine, but at least like make attachments cool to where they can kind of work like augments. If they had have done that would have made it more interesting, right? Because then now you're adding that customization aspect, right? Now, same thing with the cars, right? Nerfs are fine. I think that things did need to be balanced, but maybe this was too much of an overcorrection because I found myself not wanting to use cars as much either. Just because, now I'll say this, just because I don't get bored with the season doesn't mean it doesn't have flaws. It doesn't mean that like I couldn't potentially be having more fun. The point of this season, the joy of this season, was the intertwine combat in vehicles and like intertwining combat inside and outside of vehicles. You're supposed to be constantly weaving between both metas. That's how at the start of the season when everything was wild and crazy, that's how it was. Now, right, like I know you said you had a different experience, but once again, we both agreed that was because you play competitive. Even when you played some rounds with me, we had a lot of battles that were not in cars at all, and then we had another half that were in cars. There was a good balance. I understand where people were coming from. They're saying like, no, it's only cars. That's an over-exaggeration, oversimplification. That was just objectively not true. Even in other people's gameplay that I saw, like more competitive people, there were a lot of rounds where they were just not in cars. They were just running around with fists or what have you. The point is, Epic needs to, if they have a concept that's cool, they need to double down on it. And right now, we're just not seeing enough of that. But that's kind of my response to what Jojo was saying. Clint, you had something you said you wanted to add on as well.
We're circling back just a little bit. So sorry about that, because you were talking about how you were in this weird spot, like in the middle, where you didn't get bored of the season. Do you think that's because you spent a lot of time playing Reload?
Partially. Actually,
because I feel
the
like
only reason to play this season is because of Reload.
Reload is
because
so
I feel like from what I've seen, at least, I'm not saying this is right. What were you saying, Zion?
I said I don't like Reload much right now.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
It's
You should
really
get out right now.
No,
No, but I was saying, like, from my perspective, it
Explain.
seemed like that it's only like a really, really loved the season or really, really, really hated the season. So to see somebody in the middle, maybe it's because of Reload. That's my guess.
I was
The
having
VR still felt a little bit fresh. Like he never played with the Magneto items that much. The Flint Knock.
You know what it was though? Honestly, even if Reload hadn't been around, I think I still would have been enjoying the season. The thing is, and what makes me different is that like that was something I was gonna ask Rylick, but I'm not playing this game every day. I'm playing like last week I played every day because I'm streaming and stuff. But like with me, the season stays fresh because the majority of my time is either spent making content or it's doing some stuff IRL. Like I have other hobbies and interests outside of Fortnite that's keeping me going. When you like
grass.
When you play the game like maybe 8 hours a week in total, that's when the game is at its most fun. Not when you play this shit every day. Look, I'll be real. If I played this shit every day, I would fucking get bored of the season within the first week. There's no way. Like I can't.
Yeah.
But then again, that's with everything. And actually, on that point, right? Like, how much do you play this game?
I typically play every single day. It sort of just depends. I've had a
I
lot
would
of
fucking
friends that
hate it.
haven't really been. Wait, what?
I would fucking hate it if
Same.
I understand
Like
why you
Jojo
feel
says,
the
they
way
treat
that
it like
you
a
do.
religion.
I play this game almost differently every day. Like I usually get on if like I'll be playing with like an IRL friend in like a reload for like 2 or 3 hours, and then the next day I might be playing like a cash cup with a friend, and then the next day I'm like just playing pubs with friends, like switching
Yeah.
back and forth between reload, just more like just like chill. I'm not like Peterbot where I just sit here like 12 hours a day just full grinding ranked or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I do play this game a decent amount, and I play it in a lot of different ways, right? I play a lot of pubs with like friends. I play comp with like, comp duos and stuff. So like I see the game from like a lot of different POIs. I don't only play it one way.
Did Reload reinvigorate
Sorry,
your?
wait. He said POIs and
I
not
know.
POVs.
I know.
Sorry.
I was
Oh,
gonna
did
let it
I?
go. Yeah, you did.
Oh,
So
dude.
you have
this game
Fortnite
is
brain,
bro.
rotting
Brain.
me.
You just literal Fortnite brain, right?
Oh, page 200. I'm losing it, bro. I'm losing it. Even just talking about this game, dude, my brain is melting.
But look,
It's
like,
over.
so did Reload reinvigorate you? Like, did it save this season for you at all? Like, did it make you have more fun? Like, did it make it more
Absolutely.
bearable?
Chapter.
Because it's incredible because it's not the season.
Right.
It's just incredible. It's just like playing OG Fortnite.
It's real Fortnite.
You,
it's
not like playing
it's
OG
great because
Fortnite.
it's not Fortnite right now.
you.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Yeah.
What-
What's
it's,
OG
it's
about
great.
it?
So-
What did you
What
say?
do you
what's
mean?
OG
What's OG
about
about
it?
it, bro?
Are you
The
fucking
map,
kidding
the
me?
weapons, the graphics, everything.
The
Ew,
graphics.
The
guns,
graphics. Ew,
POIs.
chapter 1.
Yeah,
Cyan,
it's
why do you
awesome.
hate it?
Gross.
Cyan, what's wrong with
Yeah.
OG?
Well, there is a lot of things.
There's
that,
no
like,
storyline.
let me
Sorry.
speak. I mean, that's a fact. But like, okay, so, I mean, I don't want Willow to have a lord. That would be horrible. No. So like,
Let's
I
wait. Hold on.
like-
Wait. Hold on. Cyan. Bullshit. If Charlie Wynn tomorrow said that the reason why the Reload Island existed was because fucking Midas messed with
Oh
the 0
my
point
God!
and created an alternate dimension inside the fucking loop, you would be creaming yourself. Don't you fucking start
day.
with me. The only reason you hate Reload is because there's a lore reason for it to exist. Keep going.
No, there is more to it. But like, if they even bring up the word Midas, I would cream. That would be enough. Midas. Okay. So
Jesus Christ.
I like Reload, the concept of it, because like I really want more fast-paced like game modes in Fortnite. Like I've even like always asked for them to make a game mode that you don't just die once. You come back so you can risk more. You don't have to always be scared and things like that. But my problem with Reload is I enjoy modern Fortnite kind of more, especially like Chapter 4. And Reload is way, way too focused on Chapter 1. And I'm kind of just done with Chapter 1. I enjoy like the new era of Fortnite, mainly from like how it was in Chapter 4 way more. And Reload doesn't feel like the way that I love Fortnite at all. I love the concept of it. I really want a modern version of it. That's my issue with it. I want
I
them to-
Cyan,
disagree
have a
with that.
question.
I
have a
feel.
question.
Go ahead.
Cyan,
Sure.
how much did you play in like original chapter 1?
a lot. A lot. I've played since like Chapter 1, Season 2. Probably the
Okay.
same as any other chapter.
Okay.
Cyan,
know
I
a
was
lot
gonna
of
disagree with
people-
you. This Reload feels a lot more like modern Fortnite to me than OG. Everybody sucked in OG. You have a bunch
Oh,
of
yeah,
guns from
for
different
sure, it's better.
chapters. All the player. Did I say all the players suck?
We're
I'm
not
sorry, I don't remember.
we're
if I
not
said
talking
that.
about skill level though. To be fair, we're
No,
talking
but
about
I'm
how it
saying
feels
like it still feel like. Well, I think that's really important.
This new item.
Yeah,
shop
it's
is
super
ass.
W.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
move,
that is
the
like-
movements the same as modern Fortnite. It feels completely like a brand new mode
Yeah,
to me. It
I'm
doesn't
not,
feel like OG Fortnite at all.
I'm not
Does
comparing
me.
it to like OG and stuff. I'm talking about like the kind of the newer weapons having vehicles in it, maybe the newer graphics, the newer POIs. The older POIs have good loot, but I kind of hate the designs. The designs have like they're really great. They don't really have anything special. They're just normal houses. I would like a more like advanced version with vehicles with like actual good looking POIs in it and more crazy like loot pool with like maybe railgun, maybe the recon scanner, maybe the chrome rifles. Now that would be a reload I would enjoy.
Yeah, but they're cycling out a bunch of weapons. I'm sure that
Yeah.
stuff will come.
If railgun, chrome, all of those come, I will play it for sure. I
I
just don't like the current style.
so you
of
don't
it.
like the
They've changed
meta,
it, like,
like you
3
don't like
times.
the weapons that exist.
in it? Is
I
that your?
don't, yeah, I don't like the meta and the map. I like the modern style more, especially
So hold
like
on.
towards
So hold on.
chapter
You
4.
don't. So you don't like. Basically, you don't like 80 Fortnite metas from chapter 3 backwards.
I like chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. Chapter 1 was great for back then, but I like the newer ones
The
more.
chapter 2 meta is pretty similar to the chapter 1 meta.
Yeah,
but
very,
like the
very
POIs
similar.
were way better.
Hold on.
I disagree.
Yeah,
We got the agency, we got Grotto, we got the shark, we got all of those cool places.
Dude, those POIs look cool, but they weren't actually that good.
No, they were amazing. What do you mean? People
Like-
love it still.
I mean, they had Pleasant, they had Retail from chapter 1. Then the
All
new
of them are-
Tilted was
are
Lazy
basic
Lake, and
POIs,
that
they have
place was
nothing
awful.
special.
one thing I do kind of, I don't fully agree with Rylick on, but I understand where he's coming from. Like Rylick does kind of like from what it sounds like you have a lot of respect for the OG POIs, like
Yeah.
the way that they were, and
I
there
hate
is
them.
a beauty to like how those POIs were, but I don't know, like
You.
God damn it, Cyan. Like
You.
I like those.
Oh fuck.
Oh my
Jojo,
god.
What is that?
Is your house burning down, bro?
House.
Jojo, what are you doing?
Aren't the Pop-Tarts, bro?
I set
Did your
fire
flashlight
next
I'm
to
set
gonna
on
be
fire or
muted.
something,
I'm
bro?
gonna
What's
be
going
muted.
on?
I'm gonna be muted. Just keep on talking.
Oh my
That's
god.
me. I
Bro's
set my
house is
fire
burning
after his
down.
house.
Someone
I'm
threw
sorry.
fireflies on his house. Cyan. Stop trying to look at the graphics. It's not how real life works.
Oh my god, the fire graphics, the physics. Wow.
Hey, I thought they
Crazy,
vaulted
bro.
fireflies. What's going on in
Real-
JoJo's
real-
place?
Go
I
ahead.
kind of get what both you guys are saying. Like, there is something nice about the simplicity of like the OG POIs, but I kind of also get it, Cyan. Like, all the OG POIs kind of feel the same. Like,
Exactly.
you land at any of like the, I don't know, 5, 6 POIs and reload, and they all kind of,
It's all the same.
you all
I
kind
don't-
of get the same vibe from all of them.
Oh,
I
I
don't know.
so agree with that. Besides
Kinda?
Tilted. Besides Tilted. Tilted's
Kinda?
like
And Lonely.
They're all
Where's
just
the love for
great.
Lonely
I
Lodge?
also retail was lit.
it's just some trees.
Well,
Yeah,
exactly.
there's
I
a
don't-
little
I
bit of
don't-
variety.
I don't feel
It's
like
just not-
retail
No,
did not
that's
feel
why
the
I
same
always
to me
hate
as
on people
Pleasant.
saying, "Oh, OG was so good. The old POIs were so
Oh
good."
my
It's the
God,
same feeling.
OG,
It's the
new-
same
new
feeling.
Fortnite
What's the
sucks.
All
same
right, hear me
feeling?
out. Hear me out. Hear me out. What they
Retail,
should do.
Pleasant, salty, they all feel the same.
What they
Exactly.
okay, I agree. The residential POIs were all identical, but that's
Yeah.
why people liked them because you had more options for the same thing.
I'm back.
So why don't you like this?
Well, for
do you
people who
mean?
don't like them, then it's like
All these
sucks
POIs feel
for
the
them,
same. Everyone
there's
hates this,
nothing
but
for
they all.
them.
Well, yeah,
but
'cause they're
everybody
terrible
swears by salty.
POIs.
The reason,
Yeah,
but
but
hold
it's
on,
like the same thing.
but we're ignoring the. Here's the thing: we
Hold on,
have to fully
hold on.
explain our
Hear me out.
ideas. The reason why why you're saying that they suck is because there's not enough loot. Like if they increase the chest spawns and the ground loot on a lot of the new POIs, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Here's what I think they should do to make it better for everyone, right? They find a balance between the simplicity and the easy to loot nature of the old POIs,
Mm-hmm.
but with new stuff.
I agree.
Bigger buildings, cooler spectacles, all of that. But they need to bring back 100% chest spawn though, and then make
That-
more materials. Make more of those trees that give you a lot of wood, more of the rocks that give you
Yeah.
more rocks.
See,
Basically,
hold
just
on,
like
wait. Let me.
that.
I need to add on to that point. That was something about OG Fortnite that I really love. Like there were different types of trees, and like
Yeah.
you would go to different POIs and realize, okay, if I land here, these naturally spawning like just structures or you
Yeah.
know or parts of the environment, they'll give me more resources. If I want more wood, I'm gonna land at Moisty Mire,
That's what they
right?
got.
Uh-huh.
If I want more brick, I'm gonna land at Tomato
Town.
Town. You know, like
Yeah.
if I want metal, I'm gonna land at the you know the docks or whatever the hell it was, a
Yeah.
shipyard. So like there was, I don't know. That's what I kind of feel like is lost with modern Fortnite. Like certain POIs or certain parts of the map having like different a different level of utility than others, right? Like there being
Yeah.
like advantages to landing at different. We don't have that with modern Fortnite, and that is
Chapter
a.
4 did that though.
I'm not talking about chapter 4. Wait, when did chapter? Hold on. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I don't know if you're right either because I
Well,
don't
you could kind of
remember.
argue that for the desert then that we have in current Fortnite. Like there is kind of like a,
Because if you go
I mean,
there, you just
Goes
get
on the
screwed because
ground
it's
and
horrible.
I mean,
everything.
well, it's kind of like a
Riley.
risk reward then, right?
It's like a
Because it's like
disadvantage. You go there and you get nothing, and then you leave nothing, and then you die.
Right? Like I don't have
the
that
reward is the
problem in.
mythics, though.
Right, like I
In
think you kind
zero
of just
build.
suck at that place. I don't know. It's not
Nah.
that bad.
I
It's
always
really
leave a
not
full
that
loot
bad.
out of the desert, bro. Like the only
just
POI that I
bad,
have an
man.
issue with is Redline Rig.
That
Yeah, exactly.
that place for as big as it is has the least amount of loot out of every POI in the map, and I'm so confused as to why.
There's
It's
like
so
7
stupid.
chests between all of the desert POIs. I
The
never leave
layout
with
is
anything good.
horrible.
That's wild.
It's the
because-
same way at Brutal. I think Brutal's probably the best out of the 3, but they're all just terrible POIs. I'm sorry if you guys in chat like them, but they're just not good.
you know what?
Yeah.
I like the Underworld. I think the Underworld is really good.
Oh, me too.
If there was
it's
more
so
chests
Underworld's
at the
good.
Underworld, it would be cool.
I
think
love
there's-
the Underworld.
I think there's a good amount of chests. There's a
Grimgate.
good Grimgate in the Underworld. Like, there's a good amount of chests. At both, well, actually, no. Grimgate is what I'm thinking. The Underworld is the one that's further up, right? It's the one that's higher up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Underworld-
Okay,
I
I'm
love
talking
both
about
of them.
Grimgate. Excuse me. Grimgate is fun to fight in. There's a lot of chest spawns. Like Grimgate, like I feel like is a good POI. But like I
In my
never landed.
opinion-
Go ahead.
In my opinion, the only 3 POIs on the entire Chapter 5 map that have enough chests are Pleasant Pizza, Pleasant Piazza, whatever you call it, Fencing Fields,
Pizza.
and Classy Courts.
Classy Courts.
Classic Courts is nice. I started to
And
like.
yeah,
I started landing there
Char,
more.
whatever that dude's name in chat, I do think the season is worse than Primal. Absolutely.
That's crazy.
I would once again. I understand why you say that,
Oh
but I disagree.
no, never mind. I don't.
Primal
I
was
misunderstood you.
boring,
No,
but, like,
I
I would-
misunderstood you.
I would
thought it
rather
was the opposite.
play Primal, like, than play this BR. Like, I'd rather play, I mean, obviously Reload than anything in Chapter 5, but like Primal, like, it was horrible, but it
Be
wasn't
honest,
that bad.
I would pick any other season in any other chapter ever than any of the Chapter 5 seasons. To be honest.
Me too.
Really, I don't think that 1 and 2 were that horrible. Like, I think
No, I
Wilds
don't.
and
Like-
Primal were pretty bad.
1
I think
and 2
Chapter 2
also
Season
had-
2 was awful. I would take Chapter 5 Season 1 over Chapter 2 Season 2, but
1 and 2 also had the same issue that I said. 2 huge ones. The first one is that the theme just completely gets ignored after the first 2 weeks. That's the
Yeah.
biggest issue I have with Chapter 5. And then the other issue, the bullet drop, the locations don't have enough like chests in them. Season 1 was decent chest wise, I would say. And then it's just the idea of like in the Greek season, they canceled the mythic of the gods, the hammer of Hephaestus, to make Avatar. Avatar is goddamn it epic. I'm gonna smack all of them so hard.
Real quick, real quick before we continue, because I'm enjoying how this conversation is flowing. Chat, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, end of the stream, I'm gonna give away all the V-Bucks at the end. Rather
To
than
me.
pause the podcast midway through, I would rather just give all the V-Bucks in one go.
me.
So we'll have 4 separate winners at the end of the stream, and we'll damn it, Cyan, and we'll
can I be
do
all
it.
4 of the winners?
No, you can't. Right? Like,
Oh.
okay, all right. Actually, specifically, you 1, you're a furry, and 2, you're a competitive player.
Not
so no,
true.
you can't.
I
you're not a
say
competitive
Oliver
player?
Fortnite 21 should get it.
You made that up.
But yeah, we'll wait till the end of the stream to give all that up. So, I don't know, man. Like,
He said
I-
yeah.
I get where everybody's coming from. Here's the thing. Chapter 5, like looking at as a whole, yeah, it's a lot of interesting concepts that are not fully fleshed out, or they're concepts that are dropped like midway through. Like Cyan does have a really good point, and this is something I don't think I've talked about enough. Like even with this season, like Pirates of the Caribbean being the collab that we get at the end or towards the end, like what the fuck? What do pirate
Kinda
ships have to do
random.
with cars? That has nothing
Yeah.
to do with
Exactly.
cars.
Mad Max, do that.
I wouldn't care if
Yeah.
they change up the gameplay enough to just make it like super fun.
Yeah,
but-
I haven't decided how I feel about it yet. It's like I feel like it's one thing if they, mix it up in the middle because it feels fresh and I like that. So like when they did the Avatar collab, I like that they did that. I feel like if they make it 1 week to 2 weeks and then after they drop that, then they also are like okay, Avatar's done, here's 2 more god mythics instead.
Exactly.
I feel like
Like,
Avatar
Then
fit.
I would love that.
I feel like Avatar could have or fit perfectly. They just should have kept all the mythics in. That was the problem the Avatar
Agreed.
collab had. Like
And not
we're
cancel the
we're bringing
hammer.
in more like mystical power based system. Like it fit perfectly with the Greek.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My thing is just that like they need to like last season they needed to have like at least 4 or 5 mythic abilities for the gods.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Avatar instead for 2 weeks, and then those were gone afterwards. It's like, well, now we just have the same 2 mythics, you know?
Right. I want to get your guys' opinion on this, moving the conversation forward. That was actually a lot more than I thought we were going to cover for that section, but it's good because that lays us down the framework for everything else. But I want to I want to get everybody's opinion on the summer update, because this is, I've heard some people obviously say like this is the worst summer update in history, but in my mind, I feel like they kind of redeemed it with like the summer road trip quests. Like at
With
first
the
I read,
Cybertruck?
yeah, the Cybertruck and all like all that stuff that was good. Like people were complaining like there weren't enough cosmetics given. But like I
Oh,
feel
you
like
mean the evil Cybertruck?
yes, the one that is ruining
Yeah.
the game because Tim Sweeney hates us
blew
and
up all
Elon
of
It's
Musk
so
is bad.
quiet though. It's
It
so
re-
quiet. It's so fun to
Guys.
drive.
It's super
You,
quiet.
how dare
See,
you
this
say
guy,
it's fun
he
to
doesn't realize
drive?
that he's part of the problem.
I love
Actually,
how even the devs were mad at like that collab happening.
I think people just need to get over it. People just, like
Yeah,
look,
get over it. Get a grip.
everybody's gonna be upset about something. Okay,
It's a
Like,
popular car. They added it to a game
Yeah,
that has
but, like,
cars in it. Like,
The issue of summer is way bigger than just that car. That car is just tiny bit issue.
you know, if you
So-
had told me that there wasn't a summer event, I would have believed you. I didn't even know that there was one going on. I just
Exactly.
randomly got on one day and got the Cybertruck. I was like, oh,
I
that's cool.
expected nothing for the summer update, so I'm not even disappointed.
it's
I
because
got
we got
disappointed this
Reload
season.
right before. Like to me, Reload was the summer
Yeah.
update.
Yeah, I'll
like
take
that-
it.
Yeah, but I still miss like the summer theme and everything that they used to do.
Eh,
Yeah,
fuck
you
I
that.
wouldn't
have
give it.
summer
I look at it as an
themes in
update,
it.
not a summer update.
I prefer the winter events to the summer ones. Is that just me?
No,
all
what's
of
the
them
point
you
anymore? It
can
I
doesn't even
have.
prefer, I
happen.
prefer the winter
Cans.
ones too, but those have been dropping the ball on those as well. Winter
Yeah.
doesn't.
Dude,
That's the thing.
meh.
Seasonal events in general have just been, compared to how they used to be from like chapter 3 and backwards. They're just so watered down now. We don't.
I
Really,
wouldn't even say watered down. They're non-existent.
well,
Yeah, like,
summer's damn near was.
Like the
Yeah.
summer events this season, at least they used to, even in chapter 4, which had one of the worst summer events ever, even that chapter had like one location being designed for summer to give you summer
Don't
vibes.
defend
had
it.
a
Don't defend
trailer
it. Don't
for
defend it. Please don't defend it.
Listen,
I have
Jojo,
to.
compared to what we got
I
this year,
have
to be
to.
fair.
Yeah, and then like even that chapter had challenges that actually were summer themed. You had to do things related to the summer. What was the challenges this chapter?
At
It
that
was play
update.
creative, play Fortnite with your friends, and then the other challenges: kill people, walk, I don't know, lick the tree. It's so dumb.
Grab balls. Grab the reality
Oh
balls.
yeah, grab balls, all of them.
Shout out Happy Power.
Epic, do
Um,
not bring back Mega City. Whoever said that in your
How
chat,
dare you?
Clark.
Okay,
Mega City's
I'm
awesome.
Oh
Mega
no!
City's
Awful
great.
POI.
Oh no, we're having
Awful
this
POI.
conversation. All right, look, I have to agree with you, bro. Mega
Terrible
City was
POI.
ass.
You all
It looked so
disrespect
cool.
the
It
rules of
looked
the
amazing,
match.
but it was
Well,
just
I
so
don't-
boring
It
to
could have
play.
been better, but it was still awesome.
What
Cyan,
do you
listen,
mean it
Cyan,
was boring
Cyan,
to play it? We
Cyan,
had that
listen.
what?
Cyan. It looked cool.
It
That's
did.
Looked
it.
gorgeous.
That's about
It
it.
had
Yeah,
all
Rylix-
the
Rylix, right.
It had
No
rails.
maps.
and
The
The
different
zipline
elevation.
gameplay was
It
fun.
was
Yeah, like
so
the
The
rail.
rails
laggy.
you could
The
go
zip lines
through.
were
There's
buggy.
The rails got
I didn't
annoying to
mind
me,
it.
bro.
Was
I
fun
hated
as
the
It was
rails.
shit.
buggy and bad.
You
That
all
POI
just
was
not
just
fun.
not
You
good.
don't understand peak. How dare
Dude,
you?
Dude, it
Let
looks
me
cool.
teach you
That's
the
all it has
mega
going
lore.
All right, like, it's
Okay.
okay to be
Let
incorrect.
me teach you the mega lore. You will
I mean, he's
love
been
it.
wrong.
incorrect most
It's
of the
okay
day
to be wrong,
today,
Cyan.
so that's fine. But
Wait, did you mute me?
no,
Yeah.
we didn't mute you.
Oh, okay.
I wish
You
I
should.
had.
He's used to
While you're
that
at
though.
it.
How dare you?
You should mute Cyan.
I
No,
agree.
No more
All in
bad
favor?
takes.
no.
No more
No.
bad takes about Mega City. Terrible
But-
POI.
But look, getting back to this season, or specifically this summer update, I guess here's the deal: you can't really say that we had a summer update. We had an update that just happened during the summertime,
Yes,
which
that's
was
what I was saying.
which was like Reload and the Magneto stuff.
That's too.
You know, but
I
here,
mean-
but here. Oh, go ahead, Doug.
Like when is the last time we had a good summer update?
Chapter
Cosmic Summer
2,
maybe?
season
Chapter
2.
three
Sorry,
was
chapter 2, season 7.
okay.
Chapter 2, season
Yeah.
7 was the last good one.
Wow.
That
Oh,
was
I love that one.
God,
Oh my
The
god,
alien
I
one?
love that one.
yeah,
Yeah, that one was so
Wild
fucking
Week,
good.
bro. Every week a new item unvaulted, a new alien weapon every week. God damn it!
The
Oh!
abduction started with the summer. It was like
God.
they made a whole POI for it, like made it cool.
It was
looking,
so-
party.
Peak. God, just everything they did in chapter 2, season 7 was just so good.
Fortnite is
I don't
so
want to glaze
nice
chapter
now.
2, season 7 again, but like it,
Mhm.
I don't know. Like you compare that But let me say this though, okay? Now, to be fair, this has been my rationalization of like what we got this summer. Although it wasn't like a formal summer update, like we didn't get a formal summer update, right? We got enough content for like a summer update. We got Pirates of the Caribbean, we got Reload, we got the Magneto update, the Cybertruck stuff got added. There was the few summer quests that we had before that were the little rewards there. Like they gave us a lot of content. The only downside, if it even is one, is that it just wasn't summer themed. Do I really give a shit? Like, and this listen from my perspective. Do I honestly give a shit that, oh no, we didn't get like an extra swimming pool and some fucking ice cream cones and shit that made it feel like summer inside of Fortnite? Look, if I want to experience summer, I'm actually gonna go out in real life and hang out with my friends and do summertime shit.
Boring.
I don't-
Fortnite
have
exists,
life.
right?
We don't have life. We don't count.
My bad,
Ranking
guys.
90s is so much more fun than social
Yeah,
connection. bro.
Riley, shut up, okay? After your take on this season, all right, that you're lying, okay? That's a
Dude,
lie.
my takes are
I
always
agree
the
on that
best.
one.
My
Yes,
takes
but
are
like you
just
don't
yes, but now you're
understand.
contradicting yourself, okay? You hate the season.
Every-
Be quiet.
Every take I've ever had is just the best take ever.
Horrible.
Everyone should always listen to me.
This-
Real
You
life
said
real
the
life is
storyline
objectively more
doesn't
fun than this
matter.
season to
I
you,
will-
okay?
No,
Wow, that is sad.
my
isn't
takes
it?
are peak. My takes are peak. You know why? Because you can play Reload, and that's more fun than anything. Oh, I'm gonna go out and go on a date. Boring. Play Reload.
Women? Why?
No,
When you
wait,
can just
no,
use
wait.
hit scan weapons, bro. Base.
Hit
No,
scan
I-
weapons and Reload. If only they had a Dallas server. Epic,
When you
please.
got Elastic Girl in Fortnite, why do you want woman? No.
Yeah, exactly. Cyan is finally spitting facts.
God help this generation. Look, all I know is that
This generation, how old are you?
is old enough to be your
He's
father.
boomer.
Moving on.
Unk. You 40? You're like 45, aren't you?
Yeah, bro. Clicks had it right when we played him. Yeah.
Didn't he say you were like 80?
He said I was like 45. He
He
thought that
was
all,
like, who's the
he thought-
40-year-old?
he
He thought that
thought-
you and JoJo were both in your 40s.
I think he thought you
I mean,
were
he's right,
too,
but-
and then Cheyenne was like the young, annoying, casual.
Dude, I do not
No,
sound like I'm that
I'm
old.
not young
not-
annoying. I'm Professor Lore. I teach lore.
Hold on.
Professor
Clark's
Lore.
chat. How old do I sound? Take a guess.
12 and a
Nobody
half.
leak my age. 12
Probably
and a half?
60.
You
Valid,
sound
yeah.
like 78.
Clark's chat. Be real. How old do I sound?
Hey, don't talk to my chat, okay?
22.
Right.
Talking to your
Clark's
chat, bro.
Send
Hey,
5
Riley,
realities
Jiggle
in the
physics,
chat.
bro.
I actually don't know how old you are. I would have guessed
17.
22.
34,
Chats,
20,
pal,
37, 23,
realities.
10, 10,
Damn. I'm actually agreeing with
Two.
Scully Hyro. honestly.
86, 23,
You're not
21,
spamming
104.
5 Betrayal.
Lord. See, now look
I'm
what
sad.
you've done. God damn it. See, all right, guys,
Oh,
everybody calm
hey,
down.
One person said 5 realities.
All right,
Let's
Clark's
go.
chat. Just spam one
Legend.
until the end of the stream. No, actually, spam the pop Nemo. Spam that little like.
Haxers, Wybin, you're an absolute
Everyone spam
legend.
that for the rest of the stream.
They won't. Anyway,
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God,
Do you,
another
do you,
5
let me ask you guys this
realities.
question. Do you feel like we really need, if we're going to get this much content like every summer, do we really need an official summer update? Like, is that important?
Yes.
If
I
they're
mean,
going to,
yeah, I don't know. Like, it's really, really, really nice to have. I don't know about need. I feel like it's one of
It's
those
just
things
like,
that brings
it's
the magic of
good
Fortnite in.
vibes.
yeah.
Super good vibes, but I don't need it if we're still getting consistent content, you know?
Like, if I had to choose between a really good summer update and Reload, I'm picking Reload.
Well, Reload's like the
I want-
perfect update, though. Like, I would take a summer
Yes.
update over like any other update.
Wait,
Not
really?
for me. I'm left out.
I don't know if
There's
I take a
nothing
summer
for
update
me.
over any update, but I mean,
Pretty well any update.
I just feel like with
We need
other, I,
Crackshot's cabin back. Epic, please. I know you're
Listen,
listening.
yeah.
please.
on that note, this is what I was about to say. I feel like with the fall and winter, I feel like with those seasonal themes, there's more you can do, right? Like the summer update, okay, yeah, we can have some water theme stuff, maybe some sand theme stuff, or some
Water
things
physics.
that are yes, water physics, things that are themed around heat. Okay, sure, awesome, congratulations. But like, if you're thinking about October and fall and Halloween, you can change the color of the leaves, you can add fog, all the spooky stuff you can throw in, right? Wintertime, you're talking about snow, the Crackshot's cabin. Like, I feel like with those, those seasons, if I had to pick two to have like really big seasonal updates, they would be those two. Because just conceptually, you can just do so much more. I think that's probably why I've always gravitated towards those updates more so than the summer ones as well. Like, I've always appreciated the summer updates and stuff, but like those have never been my favorites. It's always been fall and winter in that order.
Agreed.
I agree. There's also like way more Fortnite items for those seasons. Like for Christmas,
Mhm.
yeah, we have like the presents and the snowmen and like all these things they've already made that they could just easily bring back. Whereas like for summer, yeah, I can't really think of a single summer like item besides like ice cream that would be
Ice
that
cream.
interesting.
I-
Um,
And
I
I
just
The
kind of
snowmen were
want
peak.
I just kind of want Fortnite to do like the chapter 4 has had such a massive focus on collaborations. That's kind of hurting the soul of the game for me.
that was
I
gonna be the
want them
next
to
thing
do
I
original
asked
things
about.
too.
So let's talk
Same.
about that then. Like, how do you guys feel about like? And Simon, you can lead this conversation if you want. How do you feel about like Fortnite being so collab focused? Do you think that that's like kind of ruining the game right now?
So like back then they were really good at this. They used to like okay, maybe some seasons in the middle go crazy collab focused, but it was never like they had a plan and every single season exactly went through the same thing. Right now it's like okay, we throw out a collab every single week, then in the middle we do a collab mini pass, the entire focus on the game goes on that, and then pretty much that's it. It's like every single season keeps going through the same planning, the same ideas, just
Mhm.
something else instead of the that one. And this idea of constantly going through the same cycle that is not even Fortnite related, it's other IPs coming to the game. It's kind of making the game not be why I loved it anymore.
Hmm.
Oh, so it's like, look at season one. Season one has started. We got all of the things we got at the start. The other updates after, did we get anything like related to the theme of the season? No. Anything else was collab like the Ninja Turtles, which were cool. But on the side of those, the theme of the season deserves some love too. Season 5, the Greek season. Did it even feel like a Greek season? Yeah, the first week and the Midas week was amazing, but after that, did it genuinely feel like a Greek season? Or did it feel like any other Fortnite season? Nothing special about it. Every season feels the same nowadays.
actually, Cyan, we got a mythic banana, so
Oh
And
my
a
god,
cardboard
mythic
box.
banana!
And the mythic
No
shit
way.
item.
What the fuck did you just say?
The mythic banana of the
We got
gods.
the Midas
No, not the
banana.
banana. The other thing.
The
You
Midas
say a
what?
fucking cardboard box? Did you
Who
just say?
said
Oh
that?
yeah, the
No one's
cardboard
talking
box.
about the
Oh my
cardboard
god, the
box,
best
Clark.
thing
Son of a
Talking
ever.
about the cardboard box. You're making things up.
Right, open your ears. Okay, someone just
Nuh-uh.
mentioned. it.
Best thing ever.
How dare you? Also, I'm buying all the Star Wars stuff.
Let
right
it
now.
go about the
Oh, wait,
cardboard
there's
bro,
Right,
they need
I've
to
been
start
staring
sending
at-
us skins again.
Wait,
What's
they're out?
happening?
Bro, Dak, they literally just sent us a bunch of free shit. Like
I
literally.
know.
Bro, give us Moff Gideon, bro. I have no V-Bucks. Shit.
Wait, where? I don't see anything.
Bro, I'm
Where?
buying Gus
Bro,
right now,
His
bro.
face looks so realistic.
It's so
Gus?
amazing.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at his face.
Did you
It's
not-
like-
Gustavo Bring.
What are you guys talking about? I didn't get anything.
What
Oh
are you talking
my
about?
it's in the
god!
shop.
No, there is no dark
I
saber.
don't. You're not gonna get a dark saber.
There is no
Bro, the Dark Saber's awesome, and it's so different from other sabers. They could do it.
That
No,
is sucks.
never.
Oh my god, it
I
looks
thought
so
Grogu
cool,
was
though.
holding a Chipotle burrito. What is this shit?
Chipotle.
Right.
What is that weird glow around Grogu?
Wait, Grogu? Where is Grogu?
It's-
Oh
it's
my
his
god,
sheen.
it's Grogu. Should we cook him?
Hmm.
It looks
I
yummy.
think it's the
banning Riley.
Chipotle burrito.
It looks so yummy. Oh my god.
Bro. Anyway, we have Gustavo in Fortnite now, and I'm very excited. As a Breaking Bad fan,
Go
officially
home,
now.
Walter.
I don't have V-Bucks.
doesn't-
Right.
Rylick, cut it out.
Clark,
No.
Yes.
can I go back to one thing real quick and then we can
Yeah.
move on?
Yeah.
This
do
is
it-
just a question. So you mentioned earlier, like, you want more like commitment out of Fortnite, right? Like that was
Mhm.
something you were saying.
Yeah.
How do they balance between like commitment versus also like listening to the community in like real time? Because like, let's say they committed fully to like the movement, which they did, right? Well, I guess
Oh,
in that
Fortnite.
example they did. Did they change the movement
did.
at all?
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah,
they
they
changed
did.
it a few times, but it's still terrible.
Yeah.
I'm used
I
to it
wouldn't
now. I don't
say
really
it's
notice
terrible. Why
any-
is it terrible?
I'm used to it, but I hate it. It's slower.
Why?
There's more animations. It adds more delay.
Yeah, they
Makes the
changed it like
character feel
slightly.
heavier and slow.
But anyway,
That's
like
really awful.
how do you balance that? I guess basically like
They should have just not changed the movement, to be honest.
No, it's way better now. It's like again, you're thinking of it as focus on competitive. This game is not made for competitive.
No, I'm
It's
just saying,
made
like playing the game,
for
the character feels heavier to move around now because of all the delay added with the new animation.
I feel like
but
I'm
It's
the
just
only
not
one who
good.
doesn't notice a
though.
difference.
Like that's exactly
doesn't
how
notice
it
a difference?
should feel.
I didn't notice one little bit of a difference. Like when before they fixed it, I did.
When they
but
when
like
they
now,
first did it, I noticed.
yeah.
I
But
know
now
what-
now
used
it's
to it
like
now.
I
I
know what
still feel
Rylak
it.
is
It's
saying.
awful,
So it's
bro.
like when you move to left and a right suddenly from going forward, your character pauses for like a tiny second to make it feel like actually like how it would in real life. But that's cool. That makes your character actually feel real. That's not a
I
bad
don't
thing.
want that.
I don't
I
know
want
if I
Cyan
really
to
need
just
that
feeling
from
more
Fortnite. If to be
player.
fair, like I don't really know if I
Yeah.
care about my Fortnite character swaying their
One
I don't
butt
thing-
care
more
about the realism
realistically,
of the movement of a cartoon game where I'm playing as a kitty cat right now.
or a
I
fish,
don't need the
or a
realistic
tomato
movement.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like as I
Yeah.
said again, because you're focused on the competitive side of the game.
No,
This
it
game
has
is
nothing to
like
do
No,
with
way
comp.
more.
it's not
like,
about comp. I agree with
It's
Rylak
not
on
about
this one.
comp.
I don't think
I'm a
that
Cyan actually. I
But,
like the
a
character
lot of
movement
people
better.
play this game because of the collabs and stuff like that. So of course, when the collab, the way it feels in the game feels more realistic, that the skins are gonna sell more. People are gonna enjoy using them more because a lot of people buy the collabs because they kind of wanna feel like those characters in the game. And if the animations make the characters feel more real, of course, it's gonna sell more collab skins. And
Wait, how
things
does the
like
Hold
that.
on, hold
how are
on.
the movement animations
Ri-
of like the WASD movement? How is that like comparable
Yeah, it
to
doesn't
It-
change
mythic
the.
items?
the
That
only
doesn't make any sense.
the only Cyan, the only way I would agree with you is if we're talking about the character movement in the lobby, making that more realistic is one thing, but actual gameplay movement, changing that is not going to improve sales of Fortnite skins. Nobody that buys Optimus Prime gives a shit about like how he moves the same way as every other character. There's nothing unique about it,
I
right?
do agree on that.
Huh?
Because like you have a skin that
Wait,
has
wait.
extremely goofy physics and extremely weird feeling that breaks immersion for you. Then you have another skin that has extremely cool animations, like how I don't
Hold
know
on.
what was her name.
But-
Mizuki had special animations with her pickaxes and stuff like
But
that.
hold on a second. We're not
Animation
hang on. We're not
matters.
talking about the pickaxes or the unique cosmetic items and how those change. What we're talking about here is
Yeah.
strictly movement. And here's the point
Like
that
the
I'm making.
WASD or the left stick, like moving around, like moving your character around, it just feels sluggish and slow.
But here's the point that I think that kind of disproves what where you're getting at, Cyan. And this is what you have to understand. The issue is that the movement, what we're talking about, the core movement of the game is the same for every character. Though now, if I look at Optimus Prime, he should not move the same way that I don't know, fucking Goku moves. The way that like a robot of that size moves and the way that Goku moves are going to be their mass is different. The way their bodies are structured is different. They're made out of different things, right? But they both move exactly the same way inside of Fortnite because the movement is the same for every character. My point is that if you're saying that people are going to buy these buy more skins because the movement's more realistic, yeah, but realistic to what? It's not realistic to Transformers. If I'm a Transformers fan and I want to buy Transformers skins, no, that's not how Transformers characters move. I'm not buying
No, that's
that.
like to the
I'm not-
characters of
It's not realistic. That's the thing. There's so many IPs inside of Fortnite to say like, oh, this is realistic to how these characters. No, it's not. It's not real.
Yeah, no, I'm
Depending on
not-
the IP, it's not going to be realistic.
I'm not saying it's realistic to the IPs. I'm saying it's realistic to how a person would actually move. Like
Right,
when
but you're using
like,
you're using that to justify more sales of
because
cosmetics.
because it's like make your character feel more real, have more personality to it. Like the fact that like
For
the
some
characters-
characters and for others, it's going to break the immersion. It
Yeah.
depends on the character.
How?
It depends on the character that
the
you're
new
using.
animations
How
are
Because, like-
better
explained it.
looking.
Like I just explained, Optimus Prime does not move the same way that Goku does. Does not
Yeah,
move the
but
same way that
how
Marty
is that
McFly does.
different
Does not
from
move the
the
same
last
way that a character from
animation?
Star Wars. It's different because they're all they occupy like no one is buying a Fortnite skin because oh my gosh, I love the way that your butt moves inside when I play the game, and it's the same way for every fucking character. That's
Yeah,
not
but-
something that crosses anybody's mind. It's not a
That's
selling
not
point.
That's
Fine.
not what I'm talking about right now. I'm comparing it to the other movement. I'm saying this movement, the animation we have right now, it feels way more natural. It has way more animations to it. It has way more variety to it. So
Sure.
your character doesn't feel fake anymore. It actually feels like it has personality.
My
to
character
it.
is going to feel fake because it's a giant tomato man running around.
My character's gonna feel fake because it's
Like,
a giant.
I-
It's a giant
nobody
cat
plays this game
it's
for
a
the
giant cat
realism.
with muscles running around, right? Regardless of which
Nobody-
way it sways its hips, does not change that.
It does. It has levels to it. I
it
don't agree
doesn't.
with that. There is whole like a thing with immersions in games. The way the graphics look, the way the animations look. One animation and another animation, one of them make you feel like you're in the game way more than the other. And with Fortnite, these animations feel way more satisfying to me than the other one, with how the characters move with them.
Listen,
That's a take.
Wh-
I feel like you're one of the few people that agrees with that because let me explain something. When Fortnite first came out, a lot of people switched to it from playing games like H1 and PUBG. Do you know what those games have? They have really stiff, tight player movement.
They do.
Controlling your character in those games feels horrible. People went to Fortnite and they're like, "Whoa, this game is so fluid. Like just controlling the character feels loose. It feels open." And they changed that, and no one asked for that.
That
ever.
was-
I never
that-
heard a single person complaining about how the movement was.
that
It's
was one
not
of the things
that
that Loot
bad,
Station
though.
and I pointed out when we went from playing like Helldivers to Fortnite. Like
Yeah.
we're like, even with this current movement, the movement in Fortnite feels so much better than like movement does in a game like Helldivers. Fortnite, like the way, like even with this newer movement style, right? And personally, I probably would prefer the older one, even though I don't really see much of a difference. I just used to how it was, so why change it? But regardless, Fortnite has like done a really good job on making their game, like that's part of the reason why the game's fun to play, because like you do feel like you have a good amount of control over your characters.
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy
compared to
when you
other
play a
video
game, when you play a different game, that you notice the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a major difference. Kind of like the difference between like going from hit scan to bullet drop. Like it's
Yeah.
insane. But and think about it too, right? The movement changed, and the bullet and bullet drop, and they changed hit scan, right? Two things that like are essential to Fortnite feeling. I don't know, like
Fortnite.
Fortnite feeling like Fortnite, and they just kind of tweaked it, and I can understand why. Like some
Nobody
people,
asked for it. Like
yeah, it wasn't
I'm
really
like,
necessary.
nobody had any issue
Like, I'm
with
gonna
with
say
bullet
this.
drop.
Look
Like,
at the animation of
bullet
when
drop.
you walk with your character in the season. I remember everybody were like laughing, loving the way your character walked. Do you remember the slow walking, the new animation? It's like, yeah, the movement definitely can evolve in really cool ways like that. They made some mistakes with like trying to like slow it down in some places. Sorry, the animation is not really connected to like how fast you move around. That's just something they did to like balance the game with the sprinting and stuff, which was a horrible idea. It made it way less fun. I think the animations are good. They just need to not like slow down the walking. That was the issue, not the animations.
Well, it's still slower, and the animations they're
Yeah, but
more
it's
to
not the
render.
fault of
There's
the
more
animation.
rendering going on, making there more delay. It doesn't even feel like I'm controlling a character anymore. It feels like I'm remote controlling the game from like a PS4. It doesn't
you
feel
still feel that
responsive
way?
anymore. Yeah.
I don't
Really?
After all
see
the
that.
changes, I mean, maybe it's just because I play this game and I've been playing forever. The game
all
just
play it.
feels like it has
Yeah.
a ton of delay.
I have
I
too.
just-
I
I've
don't
been
see
noticing
that.
stuff
I
like
don't
No,
see that
I
at
legit,
all.
I
I've-
have like never had that issue.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. I
Feels less responsive.
I kind of understand where Rylick's coming from. Like, I don't have a clear understanding in my brain of how the like game felt before. I just kind of adjusted to this and kind of forgot how, I adapted, right? Adapt, fucking competitive.
adapt,
Bitch. No,
adapt, you stupid comp players.
but I will admit, like I have noticed, like even when I play with you guys and I'm crying about like sometimes like I'm like, why the fuck does it feel like my game has so much delay? There is, I think Rylick is noticing something that like I'm subconsciously thinking about. Like there does, like sometimes when I'm in fights, I'm like, why the fuck is like why am I not able to move as fast? Like why does
Is it
some
because
shit
of
just
the ping?
yeah? Well, ping is definitely
movement
especially
is client side.
ping is
No,
definitely
yeah. I meant like because Clark talks a lot about like people jumping in his box and stuff like that. So
The
when
ping-
we-
well,
when
like
we
them-
play personally.
Taking your wall and phasing through it or something, that would be ping.
right.
He's talking about just like the player movement, which is
Just how it
client
feels
side.
when I move sometimes. Like there are
Yeah.
certain like maneuvers that I'm thinking I should be able to do and I can't because it's just something just feels off.
They
And
need
maybe
to
like
make it-
from playing Fortnite for like 7 years, maybe there's a part of my brain that subconsciously like it's muscle memory. Like I remember how things used to be. So maybe like even I'm feeling it, I just don't realize what it is.
You know,
Here's
so
the issue with it. Like, it's not that we should go back. Fortnite is definitely making right choice to evolve the movements because the technology has gotten better and they can do way better idea. Innovating is always a good idea. And look at Call of Duty. They came up with the Omni movement and look at how hyped
that's
people are for the
hold
new
on.
game.
Omni
Fortnite need
movement
to
is drastically different. Like that's
yeah,
not
that's
that's not
what
a
I'm saying. No, I'm saying like they should bring that to Fortnite. They, instead of like slowing down, new animations are great, but also make it so we can run any direction. Doesn't matter if we go backwards, our character runs. If we go left, it runs. Doesn't matter. That needs to come to Fortnite too.
I've listen. We got on a whole tangent about fucking movement and like body weight physics based off a question that Dag asked me that I was not able to answer. Dag Dag originally asked me, what is, and Dag, correct me if I'm wrong on this question, but what, like, I'm saying that Fortnite needs to commit to certain concepts, but what's the
Mhm.
balance between committing and
And then
also
listening.
and listening to players, right?
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I think like here's the deal. Some things, so I'll say this. Some of the issues that it depends on the problem, right? Some issues that Fortnite has, like for example, let me rephrase this. Some issues to commitment that Fortnite has is actually a result of not listening to the player base. For example, not having more upgrade benches on the map. I think everybody unanimously would like be excited the fact that there's more option or more places for us to be able to upgrade our weapons and use
No
attachments.
downside to it.
Agreed.
It's just like what, like that's like one of your core mechanics of the season, and you only have 5 locations on the map that I'm able to interact with, and they're not
So
even accessible
stupid.
until end game. Like what
So
the like
dumb.
to the last second to last circle? Like what the fuck? Like what's the point?
Right.
So there's that. But then you have other stuff like the vehicles. I think here's the deal. When it comes to stuff like the cars and like specific metas, I think Fortnite in that aspect they need to figure out how to keep the integrity of a meta, but figure out like good ways to balance it out. I think this season it was an overcorrection in the wrong direction, right? They tried to, and the thing is, it's what people have to understand. It wasn't just the competitive players that had an issue with it. There were casual players that were frustrated. Casual players that play more competitively had an issue with the way that Fortnite was handling this season with the cars, right? This is my take. I don't think that God damn it, Sion. I don't think that the cars were a bad concept. I don't think it's an issue where they don't belong in Fortnite. I think it's just a matter of they brought it about during the time when the community was already pissed off because of all the other changes that had been made. The UI, the bullet drop, the movement,
Oh god, the
all the
UI.
like the map being terrible, even though I think the map's actually pretty good now. But like there's it's like when I hear like Rylet complain or voice his concerns with the game right now, it's what I'm noticing is like it's a lot of small issues. Like if the game, like, and Clint, you and I talked about this before with Dag and JoJo. Like if the game just had the OG loot pool, like if this map was the same way that it is now, but had the OG loot pool and kept the medallions, it would be 10,000 times more fun.
Absolutely.
Like I even think the competitive scene like would benefit greatly from it. Like keep the fucking cars in, right? Not in competitive, but like keep the cars in the game, but add like the old web. Like, can you imagine like how much more fun the season would have been if you had more like a more OG loot pool, but with the cars? I feel like the cars would have been a lot easier to combat rather than having to I gotta compensate for bullet drop and like it's just a lot of unnecessary additions that are being thrown into the game right now.
It had a natural
too
counter too,
much.
boogies.
Yeah, I even thought the
Boogies
book
were
like
annoying, bro.
Oh, I
like
love
them.
boogies.
I
No,
like the
boogies are so
boogies.
good.
For the
boogies were
cars, I
fun.
thought they were
I hate the
annoying.
boogies.
They just instantly
Well,
took
if
you
that
out of
was
the car.
if that was the only counter, then it's awesome.
Huh.
What? No, I hate the boogers.
What else
I'm
from the
not a
OG
fan.
loophole would be a counter to the cars?
No, I don't think that's what you guys are talking about. Two different things. That's not what Dag is saying. I don't think.
I would,
Oh, you
yeah, I
just
would
don't like
say
boogies in
overall.
general?
You're just
No,
saying
no,
that-
just specifically for cars, they were annoying. Like I didn't think that was a good counter.
Yeah, the
It was
other
too
one is
strong.
better. The electronic whatever. That one is better.
Yeah, that
the
one
EMPs
that
are
was a
more
little bit
balanced.
better.
EMPs are way
I
better.
don't know. I think it's hilarious just making someone dance and then taking their
Yeah,
car.
because you want to do that to me every time you do it to me.
Yeah, and trolling. Fortnite's
How
more fun when
dare
you control your teammates.
I feel like Boogie should never leave the game.
No,
I
no, no.
I so
I
agree with
hate
that.
Boogie
He will
That's
not let me
totally
sleep.
right.
He will keep
It should be a
making me
staple
dance.
forever.
Wait,
He will
Rylick,
come to my bedroom. He will throw it to my bedroom and be like, dance, dance.
yeah. Rylick, what were you? What did you say?
I said I hate boogie bombs.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, did you just
Nancy
hate OG
hates something?
Fortnite? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, that's been since the game came out.
Nah,
You-
bruh.
you-
I think boogies they're too overpowered.
In general.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say overpowered, just a little bit weird.
Nah,
They
they're
just
overpowered.
completely stop you from being able to do anything at all.
Because
And that's
if-
not
if you-
overpowered.
If you're fighting someone who has a boogie bomb and they're somewhat decent at the game, you lose the fight immediately.
Yeah. Competitive.
So-
they
That's what I
definitely
love
did.
about it.
Competitive,
Yeah,
they
because
definitely did do
if
that.
you're fighting somebody
That's
in a
why I
build
went
fight
to
and they boogie bomb you, then they can
clicks.
just line up
I
a
didn't
perfect
work.
shot, and then you're dead.
Are you saying
And
you want to
then
boogie
it's too
bomb clicks
overpowered.
and one pump them?
Click sucks. Clicks
Wait,
is
what?
so bad at this game. I'm so much better.
Someone says something about one pumping click. Say that again.
Cyan
I
did.
did that. I did that. I
Oh.
one pumped him in the face so hard his face turned into a billion pieces. Each piece turned into one of the 5 realities. And I
Okay, all
ate
right,
them.
no, stop. I'm going to stop you. Okay, god damn it, can't go one sentence without talking about 5 realities. Look,
I know.
What's your favorite reality, Cyan?
Oh god,
Oh, my favorite reality. Yeah, let's talk about it. It's
Let's
the Mega
not,
one.
let's
Have
not.
you seen Mega
Mute him,
reality?
mute him.
The Mega POI. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous.
That's Riley's
Um,
favorite.
Oh, it's
The what now?
Rylick's favorite. Rylick, we should go to the Thunder restaurant. It's so good. The sushis.
It's-
I don't like
it's-
fish.
Excuse me,
Fish
You
is
don't
mid,
like.
bro.
What do you like? You don't like anything.
bro, you
I
just
hate
hate life,
seafood.
don't you? You just don't like to exist as a person.
Dude,
Like,
He
fish
likes
is just
furries,
gross.
that's-
bro,
the only
breathing
thing he
air is
likes.
just so fucking annoying. Like, God, like, why do I have to
Dude,
fucking
air,
inhale?
yeah, boring.
Fucking-
You
Wish
like
I could have like
water?
a machine attached
The
to my
only thing he
lungs that
likes
just
is
breathes for
furries.
me. Shut up. It's not
Look,
true.
I'm gonna move the conversation. We've been going on for almost 2 hours. I didn't want to keep you guys forever, but I did have a few other things I wanted to touch on. Some of the stuff I'm
Sure.
gonna ignore. I'm happy I wrote down so many topics though. We haven't run out of things to talk about, which is good. I mean, this is good. It means we have a good,
Lord.
solid crew of people to work with today. But I wanted to kind of briefly touch on some lore stuff, which is
Lore.
also
Oh
going to
my,
tie.
Let's go. My time has come. The
God damn it.
Professor Lore has arrived to take over.
I'll be back in 30 minutes. No.
But I want to briefly touch on some lore stuff, which I was going to tie into like the season 4. This whole Doctor Doom being the Wanderer thing. Cyan, I know you're going to have opinions on this. I'm sure everyone here is familiar with the Wanderer, except maybe Rylick. Did you hear anything about that at all this season?
Wanderer. I saw him at a gas station.
Okay, so it's been revealed that the Wanderer is Doctor Doom.
Who's shocked?
I'm a little annoyed more than shocked
I
personally, but I
called
wanted
it
to.
for
I,
so
I'm
long
gonna
ago.
help you not be annoyed. Don't
I
worry.
want to get everybody else's take on like that decision to make a brand new character, a fucking collab character that's gonna be gone after next season. Go ahead, go. Somebody talk.
Yeah, I expected it to be the Wanderer from the start. We knew a Marvel season was coming. He looked like Doctor Doom, and I thought everybody was overthinking it, and everybody was overthinking it.
Wait, can I ask one question, Clark?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it would have been at least kind of cool if we didn't know that next season was going to be a Marvel season based off
Yes.
the thing?
Way better.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
If the decision for it to be Doctor Doom, if we didn't know the next season was gonna be a Marvel themed season, it was
think it's
The
revealed.
maybe
roadmap
worse.
That would have.
hadn't been leaked.
Yeah.
or something.
That
Maybe
would have.
worse. Never mind.
Yeah, that probably would have made it a bit more intriguing.
Yeah,
But-
if we just found out like a week
Because
before.
it would have been like, oh my gosh, wait, that's Doctor Doom?
So wait, the next,
Rather
then it would have
than-
been like
People
next
joke
season.
and
But
everybody would be going
Very
crazy. Like,
toxic.
are we actually getting a new Marvel season? Then Epic Games drops a trailer, and the hype is like it's
Ooh.
never been before.
yeah, that
That
would have
would.
been.
That's a good point.
That's what
I
the
didn't.
intent was.
Yeah, you guys want to talk about
that is
Fortnite
what
being
the
the same
intent
because of
was.
leaks?
I didn't even look at it from that perspective. That's an interesting. Yeah, I never
Well,
thought
wait,
about it
wait.
like that. Yeah, that
Have
would
you
have made
seen
it
the
better.
Fortnite community? How much they hate on Marvel seasons for no reason. So
What are
I
you
think
talking
it
about?
would have
That's
been worse.
That's like the number one
Because-
voted season between like on
No,
Fortnite.
but it would have been worse for yeah. It's the number one voted season from a lot of the community. It would have been worse for those people that hate that season, but like that's a very small minority.
Okay,
It's the
yeah,
people
that
that didn't
makes
give the season a
sense.
chance.
I'm just kind of don't want this season to get hated because it genuinely looks great.
It looks amazing. The POIs even look better. Like
They do
Everything
the
look
map,
looks
the
cool.
great,
map looks like
even
it's
the
improved
story.
drastically.
Yeah, everything
We'll
is
see.
great. I'm
If they
so
bring
hyped.
back fencing fields, it'll be peak.
It's they're not bringing back fencing fields, dog. It's gone.
I know,
I
man.
hate
I'm just
Fenfield Field.
coping.
It
Let me
doesn't
cope.
exist.
Right, like just look for something new that's
Let me
enjoyable.
cope.
Okay?
Let
Look
me
for
cope.
lore. Look for a storyline.
I'm good. We good. You can
Wow.
keep it.
Can I
Anyway,
talk to?
no. Yeah, go ahead, Sign.
Oh
This is
my
your moment. We're
Okay,
talking about
let's go.
storyline. Go ahead. Explain to us why the
Here we
Wanderer
go.
being Doctor Doom is amazing.
At the start,
man.
I was not a fan of this, but then I started to look through this more and more because I didn't want to be biased. I tried to see what exactly Fortnite wants to do. So it seems like because the Greek season did a terrible job telling the story, this season's story got really damaged because of it. So let me explain. This is a story is set how the ship that was coming towards the island, it was not inside of the Pandora's box. It was coming towards the island because it saw the energy of Pandora's box and it wanted to come here to see what's going on. So Greek season told it like the story terribly, which confused anyone. The Wanderer doesn't seem like he was in the box either. From what I've gathered,
Who's
Doctor Doom
wondering?
has been messing with the Chapter 5 story from like way before this season. He has been preparing some things and he was bringing Megalodon here with himself. He was kind of like intriguing him, telling him like, "Wait, there are some really cool things on this island. Do you want to check them out?" So he brought him here because he needs the nitro that Megalodon had. So it seems like that Doctor Doom has been always really interested in the power of Pandora's box. Maybe he's working with the society. That's a huge theory of mine. And the cloak, the powers he had, the ghost powers, the smoky feeling, that's because of the cloak. The cloak is like a powerful magical cloak. It's not a normal one.
Where
And
did you get all
inside of
this?
it, it's like filled with like galaxy star looking things. It's even in the trailer if you see.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Cyan?
Go watch the trailer. And
Like,
if
how did you
see,
take
like,
all that away from the trailer?
my
He's
brain
not-
is too huge, you don't understand. And if you remember, Doctor Doom went to like the Ice Moon and stole the powerful items of Ice King. That cloak is definitely one of those powerful objects.
We're assuming that
Definitely.
it is. That would make the most. If they wanted to tie it all back in, that would make sense. Like he got the cloak from the Ice King's
Look at
castle.
inside of it in the trailer. It's filled with stars. It's a magical one.
The issue, okay. Well, obviously, it has to be magical just from what we've seen, like Doctor Doom. It's just here's the deal. I think that the part of the reason why I was frustrated with Doom being the Wanderer is because I was working off of incorrect information. I was coming off of the idea that the Wanderer, as well as Megalodon and everybody else, came out of Pandora's box, right?
Yeah.
But here's the weird thing, and this is where I'm going to start like ripping apart the Fortnite storyline and talking about how shit it is, because like there's so many
How
things that just
dare you.
don't make. Okay, watch. There's just so many things that just don't make sense. Okay.
They
Number
just be
one.
doing whatever, bro.
That's the problem. Like it didn't used to be like that, but that's what it's like now, and it's frustrating. So let me break it down like this, right? And Simon, you can give me your thoughts. But number one, okay. Although, yeah, I guess Pandora's box didn't open. Technically, the way I look at it is, there's a reason why Zeus hit Pandora's box with a lightning bolt, and that caused that giant sandstorm to pop up. It doesn't seem like you had. The way that it was all set up, it does not seem like you have to physically open the box in order for something to come out of it. It looked like he charged the gem and the gem released some beings that were inside of it, which is where, logically, it made sense for Megalodon and the Wanderer to come from. That's why we had all kind of presumed that, right? The other thing, too, that makes it weird is, okay, if they didn't come out of Pandora's box, well, where the fuck did they come from? Now, my boy TS, my mod, he pointed this out to me. Because the way I'm thinking about Fortnite is like the Fortnite island exists in that loop, right? That bubble. There should be no other islands than the Fortnite island there. However, what TS pointed out to me was that, well, Midas sailed away in a ship to go somewhere. So with that, if that's the case, then that means that, well, if they went somewhere, that means something could come from somewhere else to the island, which, okay, I guess that makes sense. But then that begs the question, it's like, well, what the fuck? How big is the loop now in this whole reality that we exist in?
It's not just like the one island anymore inside that little like globe-like sphere. Now it's just like this big, huge world
Never
with a
thought
bunch
of
of
that.
other islands and shit that exist. Like, so we're ignoring certain parts of the old lore without like getting any context to the new lore to explain what's changed.
I mean,
It's
they could
just it's just not fucking making any sense.
they
Like,
could
why?
probably just get away with it saying it was the Big Bang.
Yeah, and I guess that's what I'm that would make sense. But then that begs the question is like, well, how far does the loop extend now? How big is it? Is it like an entire planet, or
Just
is it
as
just
long as to where Midas is headed.
yeah? Apparently, right? Like, and then like,
Open world.
where is my? So it's just.
I
it
hope
does-
he's in Chapter 2 OG. He just sailed to the other side.
No, he said he's going somewhere way bigger. Chapter 2 OG would be same size as the island.
But
I
see,
mean, like grander maybe.
Then there's the issue of Chapter 2 OG and just like time travel in general, right? Like Fortnite still has not explained specifically how their time travel mechanics work. I could see a scenario where Doctor Doom is like playing with Pandora's box and playing with the idea of time travel because it's something he's done before in the comics. But it's just like
He has time machines, yeah.
I don't know. It's just very odd how this is all going to tie into moving us into Chapter 2 OG, number one. But
To
two,
be honest,
like,
I don't think they care. I just think that
Can I
they're-
say something about that?
yeah, go
Go
ahead.
I feel like this time with OG, I almost don't even want them to tie it into the story. Like, just be like, here it is.
Yeah.
Like, and then we go from chapter. Like, I want Chapter 5 to end with an event, and then there's just like this middle period of us playing on OG Chapter 2, but it has nothing to do with the story. Like, they don't need to tie that into the story this time.
I agree.
Maybe that's what it'll be.
Especially if they're going to be doing that like year after year. It's like they shouldn't force a storyline into it.
Unless they have a genuinely good story to tell. If
Yeah,
not,
I'm
then
with Ryan.
don't. It's as simple as that.
There's a really good way that they could tie it into this story, you know, but I just know they're more than likely not going to do it. Like, if this
No.
is if we're in Chapter 2, but it's a remix, right? So like we're in right now, we're still in the past. We're in Fortnite Chapter 2, right? If
Yeah.
if they had of
Alternate.
like it does from I understand that from like the leaks of the roadmap, it does look like we're going to be going to seasons 1, 2, and 3, which I think is a mistake for OG.
I think
but-
people
but
are
what-
saying that's a placeholder. That's not for sure.
I
No,
I
you know,
hope
I
hope
like
that
what
that's
people
the
say
case.
in the sense where it's like this year they could do
No.
seasons 1, 2, and 3, and then next year they can do the rest of the seasons because it's too early to bring Chapter 3 back.
It's seasons
think
1, 2,
so.
and 3.
I'm hoping that it's not. I really am. But I have a feeling that JoJo is correct. However,
Uh,
I mean,
I mean,
Yeah,
Chapter
people
2 was
like
only
to
like
know.
what 2-3 years ago. The very end of it, like, it's not OG at all.
I think it would be better to do seasons 5, 6, or 6, 7, and no 5, 6, 7, and 8.
6.
No,
Five-
Like, don't
six
get me
was
wrong,
primal,
Clark.
nobody
I would
wants that.
enjoy that way more, but it's not like OG, and I feel like just
Who cares?
wait one more year and then do it.
What's
you
not
know?
what's not
That
OG?
doesn't
5, 6,
matter,
7,
though.
and 8.
Yeah, bro.
That's
that was
less-
literally like
that's-
2-3
that's-
years ago.
That's less OG than 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I mean, by
Not-
default, yes.
I don't know. Like, I
Nah.
don't really care. It was like some fan favorite seasons. Why not just bring it back?
I
And it
look
doesn't
at
matter if it's OG or not to me.
I'm looking at the chapter as a whole. I'm not segmenting like, oh, well, after season 3, well, that's where the cutoff point is for anything feeling OG. That doesn't really add up in my brain.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm looking at the chapter as a whole. If we're like the point of chapters is that like thematically, like there is a common thread, even if like there's a difference in like loot pool change or meta. There's like still there's a common thread that intertwines it all together for a singular chapter. If we're looking at like gameplay wise, I think the most interesting seasons were seasons 5 through 8. Well, actually, sorry,
I think it was
4
1 through
4
4
through
or
8.
2 through 4.
I thought it was 2 and on.
Season 1 was terrible, objectively.
Even
2,
though season 2
No, it was
also
just too
terrible.
long. It was
Reload
good,
the
but
events,
it was too
like
long.
The Halloween and Christmas, both of them were great.
Yeah, I'm with Cyan there. I liked it.
Halloween was good, but I don't know. I just, to me, if you're going to continue, because once again, what they've done with the story and also with the map and everything, like what we've gone through are the first 4 seasons of Chapter 2, just remixed. Now, if we're going to go into OG, it would make sense to continue the rest of the chapter
but in 5,
Exactly.
5, 6, 7, and 8 thematically it would make more sense. I think it would be like playing Chapter 2, Season 7 again would just be amazing. But
Oh,
The greatest
so
season of
good.
all time.
greatest season
I
of all
love
time.
Than ever.
But
instead we're gonna do 1, 2, and 3. Like people think that the Marvel season was the best out of Chapter 2, which is fine. If you like that one the best, that's fine. But we're getting that now in Chapter 5. So if we're not gonna do a Marvel season, let's do what comes after that. To me, that would make the
Primal.
most sense.
Oh, I love
I'm
Primal.
gonna be honest.
Ah.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I would actually like a shot at playing Primal again. I would
Agreed.
not.
Primal in the end
Primal
was
was-
really
Oh,
not
jeez.
bad.
I
Yeah,
would.
I
I,
like
would
Primal.
not.
Was
I would
fun.
not mind giving Primal one more shot because after like this is something I realized. I didn't. The way I looked at Fortnite back then was so different than how I look at it now. Like I was a bit. That's why like I make the videos that I do, right? Because the opinions and perspectives that a lot of people have is how I used to look at the game. But as I became a content creator and started having to actually think about this stuff and kind of look at what Fortnite gave us, I started to understand, like, well, no, there's actually a lot of really cool shit that like Primal had that experimented and messed with the meta. Like, it might not be the best season of all time, but like in my opinion, and this might be a hot take, I don't think Fortnite's ever had a bad season. I think there are some that are
Oh,
weaker.
that's so true.
That
I-
is such a bad
That's so
take.
true. No,
No,
that's
true. He's
completely
like-
correct.
He's right. It
Here's
has
the-
meat, but not bad.
Like we have seasons that are weaker than others, but I don't think that.
agree.
But I don't think that we've ever had a bad season, right? Like Fortnite as a
We're
game.
literally playing one right now.
Rylick,
It's not bad.
Rylick, here's the
Rylick.
deal, and this is the issue with your
Bad
bias,
on
and,
what standard?
and this is
though?
what
Like,
you and this is what you
any
don't what you
standard
won't
is
admit.
so much.
The fact that you only look through things through a competitive lens, number one.
That is not
but
true.
two, hold on a second. But two, because of how much you play the game, will objectively ruin your experience. Though just those two things alone will actually ruin the amount of enjoyment that you can have. When I played with you, you were actively doing everything in your power to not have fun. You will not allow yourself to have fun
What?
with this. Hang on a second.
That is
You won't.
not
You will not allow yourself to have fun with the season. So to hear that this is the worst season, or that there are objectively bad seasons from someone that will physically prevent themselves from having fun, I can't take your opinion that seriously. With all due respect, that's like
No, I can
you-
have fun. I mean, I'm having fun with Reload.
The-
I enjoy that.
Well, hold
This
on a
season
second.
just
Hold
sucks,
on
so
a
the
second.
VR sucks.
Part of
Hold
the
on a
season.
second. We're not talking about Reload. We're talking about Fortnite Battle Royale. Just the main game. If you are a person who is actively trying to prevent yourself from having fun with something, it's very hard to take your opinion into consideration when talking about how fun something can be, because you're
I
actively
tried to have fun with this season.
Well, from
It
what
didn't
you
work.
from what
but
you
I tried.
you tried to have fun with the season, because when
Of course, I try to have fun with every season.
the previous conversations that we've had, you've told me the opposite. You said I
No, I
can't have.
didn't.
You've told me I can't have fun with this season.
Yeah, because it's terrible. I've tried. It just can't. No
Riley,
contradictions were made. Clark.
Riley, you're contradicting yourself.
No
Straight up.
contradictions were made. I've tried to have fun. I can't. The season sucks.
Lies. Have
When-
you followed the
when-
lore?
It's a good representation
Cyan.
of the Fortnite community.
Cyan.
Like
Like
this-
don't follow
like
the
once
lore,
again,
like how-
here's the thing. Even if I don't like something, I'm not going to say that like it's objectively bad. That's
Oh, I
another.
will. That's
that-
the difference between us.
Yeah,
right,
but,
and
one's
that's
the right way to go
and-
through life, and one
right, though.
isn't.
and that's the problem with your. That's why it's difficult to take your opinion seriously, because you can't look at something objectively. You can only look at it through your lens. If you don't like something, or something's not fun to you or to a specific group of people over here, well then it just can't be fun. It objectively is terrible. No, that's not the case. I think that once again, this is the reason why I say that Fortnite's never had a bad season. I didn't like Primal. However, the last day of the season, I had a fucking blast with my friends. And I remember sitting there thinking, like, God damn, I really wish I had played more of this. But you know what it was? I took a break from the game for 2 months. I had been playing the
During
game
Primal?
I played the game almost every day for what, at that time would have been, 2.5, 3 years straight? I played the game like religiously almost every day, with one exception being a family vacation that I had for 5 days. That was the only break I took from Fortnite in almost 3 years. No shit, I'm going to be tired of the game. If you play as much as you tell me you do, of course you're going to be sick of it. If you play at a competitive level, of course you're going to hate this season. But when you
Yeah,
just
like,
look,
right,
But when you just look at it for like brainless fun and the intention of what a video game is supposed to be, that's a completely different lens. But you don't allow yourself to look through that because you have to look at it through a competitive lens, and you play this shit every day religiously. You can't
I do not
see
play
it.
this game religiously, but it
Riley?
is possible for there to be a bad season. I don't know why you
I
think
mean,
it's not
religious people go to
possible.
church once on Sundays. You do more than that.
Riley, I will say this though, like you don't follow the storyline, and then you told me once that
Cyan.
the
Actually,
storyline
hold
doesn't
on.
matter.
No, hang on. I'm gonna back Cyan up on this one too, real quick. Okay. Here's another thing that people don't understand. Fortnite is such a diverse game that there's so many ways to enjoy it. Have you tried like enjoying the storyline? You might actually like it. Like unironically, like
I mean,
the
I used to follow along with it back in like chapter 1 when everything was simple, like the asteroid
Chapter
in the
one
air
is
But
and
one
then
of
things
the
blow up.
like
This-
the
that's-
mid-
but listen,
Then
listen.
it just lost the plot, and I just don't care.
It
Listen,
didn't
I
lose the
and
plot.
look,
It was perfect. It was
so
amazing in
wrong.
chapter 2.
Chapter 2 is when it objectively just got
Chapter
between
2 is
chapter
when the
2
story got
season
actually
7 and
good.
chapter 3 season 2 peak
It did the
storyline
complete
time.
opposite of losing the plot.
Chapter 1 was like
Just
just the
seemed too
start. It was
random.
not that special.
random?
in the
No,
storyline.
wasn't-
no,
it
not
wasn't
that-
like a
There's no way you
tightly
followed
written
it.
story.
not
There's
during
no
that.
way you
It was
followed
not random during that time. That was the best the story ever was. Like from an objective storytelling
You just
narrative,
didn't follow
that
it.
was the best.
me
That
out.
was
Hear me out.
There is no hearing you out. You're
You
just
got
objectively
the
No,
wrong.
hear me out,
dinosaur lore
Clark.
here,
Hear me
and you're
out.
like, hear
Okay,
me out.
go ahead.
Clark,
Chapter
hear
2
me out.
has the
Go ahead,
best
go ahead.
storyline.
Wasn't there a period between chapter 3 and chapter 4 where certain seasons got swapped around? And
I'm
they
not
did
talking
certain
about that
things
We're
period of
talking
time,
about
bro.
chapter 2.
We're talking
That's
about
when
chapter
Donald
2 to
Master
chapter
left.
to early chapter 3. I just gave you the specific timeline. As a matter, I'll back it up. Chapter 2 season 5 through chapter 3 season 2 was peak storytelling for the game, objectively.
Interesting.
Because
For sure.
there were, and once again, that's because there was a clear narrative thread that was being carried along. The events from
And
one
finally
season
characters.
carried over to
Mhm.
carried over to the next one. There was character development. The comics filled in the gap. Like there was a lot to enjoy about the story at that point in time.
Why'd you say they lost the plot?
Okay, because back in here's the way that I think about it, right? With a game like Fortnite, is you could enjoy the game and you could literally never know that there's a storyline going on. Back in chapter 1, that wasn't the case, right? There was the asteroid up in the sky and everyone saw it, and with all the live events, like you couldn't
It's
miss the
same
story
thing as
stuff,
chapter
right?
2.
Chapter
And
2,
chapter
2
3.
made that even better.
Listen,
Yeah, chapter
keep
3
hearing me
also
out.
did
Keep
it
hearing me
better.
out. Keep hearing me out, right? It was very in your face with like the storyline stuff and it was simple. And then it just started getting into like these new characters and these new timelines and all this stuff. And it's like, it's
But that
become
made it
easier
better.
and easier to not pay attention to the story and miss nothing from it.
You got whole
just
live
That
events.
that
with
happened. That
characters.
happened after
That's-
chapter 3 season 2.
Yeah, you're so
I would
wrong
say
right
after,
now.
actually specifically after Fractures when that started to happen.
I don't
Because in
remember
this,
anything in chapter 3 about the story or late chapter 2.
well,
Anything
hol-
after
hold on.
chapter
There was
Do you-
the
hang
whole
on.
war
I don't
between the
remember.
IO and 7 and the whole
Yeah, do
season
you
was
rem-
about
remember
that.
the
The
end
reason
of it
zero
was
the
not
reason
matters,
zero
but-
build exists is because of the storyline.
The reason what?
Zero build.
Zero
That's why
build.
zero build exists because of the Fortnite
Never knew
storyline.
that.
Well, but
literally had-
but
Then you
like-
never watched the trailer.
They
you never
just
watched the
wrote it
trailer,
into
bro.
the-
Like they
the
gave you a
game. It just-
narrative
I'm
reason
locking you up.
in the
Doesn't feel
trailer.
like a doesn't feel like
Go
a
watch
tightly
the
knit
3
story. They
hours
kind of
long
just do
video
whatever.
You
right
and
had
now.
to
then build
pay
a
more
story around
attention.
it.
You had to pay more attention to it in chapter 1 than chapter 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
That's so wrong. Right
you-
now, there's like, even in chapter 3, season 2, they put the storyline in your lobby. How much more do you need than that? The mech was legit being made in your
They
lobby.
not just that, they literally like in chapter 2 or chapter 3, they literally gave us like the Marvel comics in the fucking game. Like
Yeah,
they
in
like
the
they
trailer.
the Deadpool
or-
thing.
All the
or
trailers
sorry, chapter
too.
2 season 4. Chapter 2 season 4, they literally gave us like Marvel comics to read inside of Fortnite. I'm just listen, I get where you're coming from like midway through chapter 3 onwards. So chapter 3 season 3 onwards. Then the story started to unravel because Mustard had no hand in it anymore. After that,
He
like
didn't
yeah, it
want
did
to
kind of
work, he
it did
just
kind of fall
left.
apart. But like before, like even Dag is saying like, no, there was a clear story to. Dag's not even a storyline guy, but there was a clear narrative. Like, and once again, if you were ignoring the story at that time, that's totally fine. But let me explain something to you as well. When I didn't start getting to the story until I just start paying attention to it really, like heavily, until chapter 2, season 8. But even before then, I realized that there was a story, right? Like I was more like you. I was more focused on competitive and just playing the game and getting good and like pub stomping with my friends and shit, right?
Mhm.
But even back then, as a casual Fortnite player that could give a shit about the story, I saw that there was clearly one that fucking what was it? Chapter 2, season 6. Primal started off with the 10-minute cinematic.
Exactly.
Like you couldn't ignore the story.
Yeah.
It was just it was
And the
objectively
live
in your
event.
face at every turn, and it was intentional. Mustard made it. But bro, hold on. The end of it in chapter 2, season 8, when the rock pops up. What did you think that was? What there was no
The
story
Rock?
there?
No, they
Okay,
lost
okay.
the plot.
Here's how I think about it. Here's how I think about it,
Here's
right?
I think it's a collaboration. It doesn't matter.
Cyan. I don't want to hear it
What?
right now, all right, Cyan. Okay, wait.
You're
what was I gonna
both
say?
rude,
I just lost my train of
disrespecting my
thought.
lord.
Cyan just got in my head. I already forgot what I was gonna say.
That's why
Oh,
Click's
yeah.
lost.
The Fortnite does not revolve around the story. They do
Wrong.
things.
It was
It
made
doesn't. It
because
doesn't.
of the story.
They
Go
build the
read.
Yeah.
story
Oh,
around
Go
what they
read.
do.
No,
Hold
Relic,
on,
listen,
Rylick,
listen.
that's also
Let me
not
say
true,
this.
unfortunately.
It is.
Relic-
It
Hold
is.
on, hang on. Time. Everyone, hang on. Rylick, how much
What?
have you actually studied the Fortnite storyline?
Not a whole lot.
Okay, so how
Well,
can
you
you
don't
make the
know
hang on?
then.
How can you make that claim? If you've
'Cause
never
the things
studied,
that Fortnite does. Do you think they added zero build because that fits into the
Yes, because of
story?
the
yes.
No,
There-
they
Yeah,
added
because
zero
the
build because
story.
of people who wanted to play zero
Hold,
build, so they
hold
made
on
a
a second.
story
Hold on a
around
second.
it.
Two
I'm
things.
kind of with Rylick on that
Hold
one.
on a second. Two things can be true at the same time. I don't think.
Yeah.
Rylick's
If they
saying
find
this.
a way to write something into the story, then they will. It's not that this game is a massive story unraveling. They're just writing as they
It is
go.
a massive story.
It's
Legit,
both.
Donald Mustard
It's
said it
both.
himself,
Two things
the
can be true at the
creator of
same
the
time,
game.
Rylick. Yes. Yeah. Hold on. Zero builds was going to happen regardless. That is 100% true.
Yeah.
Hang on. Hold on. However, the thing that made Donald Mustard cool was the fact that he was going to figure out a narrative reason to tie it in. That's why the metaverse shit was. Who the fuck is doing that? What is?
Doing
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Holy shit! The
What
re-
did he do? Wait.
Anyway, the reason why, so that's what made Donald Mustard so
what did he
amazing
do?
was that he always gave a narrative reason for the different things that we had inside the game. That's what made the game better. If you look at some of the best Fortnite seasons of all time, there is a storytelling element that backs up the reason why you have meta changes. That's how
Sure.
the game
Season
always
7
worked
did
up
that.
They're
until
writing the story around the changes in the game.
Absolutely.
together. It's
Or hang on,
working
or vice versa. It was a symbiotic relationship. With Donald Mustard's like, you know what, I want to fucking bring some aliens in because I've had this alien faction that's in my mind. Well, you know what? What if we make some cool alien weapons to go along with the season? Because I've had these cool alien characters in the back of my mind. That would be
Like
an
the old
example. Hang on.
time.
That would be an example of having the story come first and then figuring out a way to tie the meta into it second. It doesn't matter, but here's the point. It doesn't matter which one you do first. The point is that they were both directly related to each other. You couldn't separate one without the other. And before the first 3.5 chapters of Fortnite, that's how it was. That's why later on, the game, especially, I would say this in chapter 4. Actually, chapter 4 is when we first started seeing the downtrend of this. That's why chapter 4 felt weak, because there weren't a lot of narrative explanations to explain like why we had shit. They just, at that point in time, was like, yeah, they're just giving us shit. Now, from your perspective, I understand what you're saying, because you didn't understand the story, you didn't study the story. It doesn't matter
Who the
to you,
fuck?
and that's fine.
Dadworm?
What the?
That's me. Don't worry about it.
Well, are you on 2 different accounts?
It's like, right, like the things that you don't care about Fortnite, you kind of see them as useless, unimportant. Like, for example, the story, you told me that chapter 5 needs to not put resources into the story and focus on comp instead. Do you know how wrong that is in so many levels?
Not.
See?
Well, hold on, Riley.
I'm sorry. The head banging is so funny. Sorry.
Holy
Don't
shit,
get
that was
it.
so
What's going
weird.
on? I'm so confused. Oh my
God.
god, what is going
Nah,
on? What
that-
is
the
that?
game-
That's actually cursed.
Epic Games does what's ever better for the game moving forward, and then they write the
Yes.
story around that.
It's both.
Yeah,
It's
that's how
not
it works
one.
now. Absolutely, yes. And you can feel the difference rather than the two having a symbiotic relationship working off of each other.
And that
But
was
once
used to be
again,
better.
that's the difference. See, here's the thing: when you have somebody that's like storytelling focused, like Donald Mustard has a creative mind for telling good stories, but also wants to create the coolest game possible, you get the perfect fusion of both. You can feel the difference in how not only the story is being told, but even how gameplay is presented to us. It's
How did we get all the way over here?
I think that. Oh my god!
You guys,
Renegade Raider!
You guys let.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Oh my god!
I was
Renegade
so
Raider!
confused for a second.
Bro, Dad, can you do it one more time? I don't think Clark saw it. Fuck.
See what?
You didn't see it, Clark?
See what?
Look at the hit. Clark, go to the lobby. Go to play.
I'm in the lobby.
Hold on.
Wait for him
So
to change his
fucking
skin.
funny. It's why I was laughing so much. Like, I'm sorry.
That's why I was laughing as well. I just noticed it.
I love how you
Look,
went from
Yeah,
like,
I
talking
know.
about
I
Dr.
commented on that
Doom.
earlier. I said it looked cursed.
Oh,
Weird.
shit.
No,
My
I was
bad.
saying you guys are talking about why his storyline's good from you guys let Riley bounce off of so many different topics after
Sorry,
he
okay.
said
Here's my
after
thoughts
he
on the
said that the
story.
storyline sucked in chapter 2.
If them writing a better story makes them make better decisions in the future of the game that more players will like and enjoy, then I'm cool with it. But if they are, I don't think they're doing this. I'm just saying, like, in theory, if they're taking away assets from making the game better and focusing on the story over
That's-
all else, that is terrible.
I agree, but that's not how. But once again, that's not how it has to work, and that's not how it worked in the past.
Okay.
Once again, wait, hold on. Hang on. How much do you know about how Donald Mustard used to like organize things and write the story? How much do you know about that?
No clue. I'm more of a Donald Ketchup fan.
Okay. So if you don't know anything, how can you make the claim that that's not how things used to work? Because that is how things used to work by Donald's admission.
What do you mean how things used to work? What thing?
Donald used to figure out, how do I say this? Donald would figure out how to tell a really he was focused on telling a really good story. He was set on telling a specific story, but he had to give through the context of a battle royale, he had to figure out how to make it interesting through gameplay. So what I'm saying is, yes, there were meta changes and meta decisions that were made based upon the story that he was trying to tell. Hold on a second. The first thing you mentioned was that meteor. One of the reasons why Fortnite stood out in the beginning, why the game was as popular as it was, was because of the story. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not, the meteor. No.
No. That one
Hold
was
on.
true.
That is why I kept playing the game.
Yeah,
100%.
because remember everybody was wondering where that meteor was gonna go.
Regardless if you want to admit this or not, in chapter 1, that was a huge driving force, but by what made this game stand out. Then when we had the live events happen, right? And
Hear me out.
Hold on, I'm not done. When we had the live events happen, specifically chapter 1, season 4, we had that rocket ship event, and that rocket left rifts in the sky, and then that had a gameplay aspect the next season. You just be able to jump through random rifts on the island. There was a symbiotic relationship between storytelling and gameplay features. That's the way that Fortnite always was up until chapter 3, season 3. That's how Donald made the game. That's how he wrote the story. They both worked hand in hand to make the game a better experience. It was more immersive because there was just as much emphasis on gameplay as there was storytelling. That's how Donald was. To argue with that is asinine. Like, it's just objectively wrong by Donald Mustard's own admission if you read anything of what he said about how he made this game.
Hear me out. Okay, hear me out.
Hear me out. Let me argue with Donald Mustard. Go ahead.
I think
Hear me
the
out.
reason
1 +
why
1 's
people
4.
cared about the meteor stuff back in chapter 1 is not because of Fortnite storyline. It's because
It's
the game is
Fortnite
constantly
storyline.
changing. It is a live service, constantly
it's
changing,
changing because
constantly
the
updating
story-
the
Yes. Yeah,
So
hold
the
on a second.
storyline.
Hold on.
Okay, sure.
Hold on
Whatever
a
the
second. Hold on a
cause
second.
is,
You're
it's
giving
constantly
hang on.
updating.
You're giving
People
a
like that.
hold on a second. All you've done is answer the question why people cared about the storyline, not that people didn't care about it.
I'm saying they don't get in to find out about Sloan research, whatever that is.
Hold on a second.
It's
That's
about
not
the
true.
changes
We already covered that.
If that were true, PlayStation Grenade and Top 5 Gaming's videos back in chapter 1 about the storyline wouldn't have millions upon millions of views if
Exactly.
nobody
You're
gave a
so
shit. You're
wrong
just
right
objectively
now.
wrong even on that level. People
Didn't
did
say
care.
no one gives a shit.
Hold
I'm
on
just saying it's
hang
less
on a
important
second.
than gameplay.
Hold on a second. I would argue that people probably cared more back then because it was new.
Sure. Yeah,
like, look
people
at
care
this.
less
Okay,
and
let me
less.
say
What
this
matters
right now.
most is
Look at,
gameplay.
the
They both
storyline
matter.
games.
God, live
let me
events.
say this.
I
Oh
just,
my
I completely, I don't know.
Bro, Riley,
ahead.
live events are what tied the community together. Whether you were comp, casual, fucking whatever, no matter what you enjoyed about Fortnite, when the live events happened, the fucking world stopped. Like
True,
that's you can't separate that from storytelling. You can't. That's the story.
let me say this right now. Look at even story games. Even story games, if a story game only focuses on the story and doesn't care about the gameplay, nobody is gonna play it. It's always both of them working together. Like, for example,
Yeah,
God
I
of
agree.
War. Why
Yeah.
do people love God of War? Because it has great story and great gameplay working together. These two things like kind of help each other be more satisfying. If you remove one of them, the game can't be as good as it can be. So
Right.
like we need both of them, not just one.
Riley, what you have to understand is that for like any franchise that's gonna have any longevity, right? There
Mhm.
has there like and this is just across the board. Like the better if you have a how would I say this? Franchises that have very compelling stories with characters that make people matter objectively make more money. Why do you think Marvel still exists? Or why do you think DC still exists after 80 plus years? Why do you think people still give a shit about Superman? That Superman was created in 1937? Or no, or 36, right when my grandfather was born, right? There is a
Yeah.
reason why that IP still matters. It's because the stories that were told objectively make it makes people care and makes it
Sure.
have longevity.
Yeah.
Good storytelling doesn't negatively affect Fortnite in any way ever. It never has. It's only made the game
Good.
better.
Good.
Yeah, though,
Look
so
at
why
Lego
you're so
Fortnite, like
against it then? Just
Wait,
like
what?
want both of them to be good, then the whole game is awesome again.
I'm not
You
against
know,
the Fortnite story. I just say I don't care. I care about the gameplay of the
yeah,
game.
but like you
That's
say that
fine.
they shouldn't focus on it at all. Like you told me in my DM, that's not
I didn't say they
okay.
shouldn't focus at all. I'm just saying prioritize the gameplay. Prioritize what the players want.
My
But
brain
they
hurts.
And
did
make
that
the
and
story
they
Hold
around
on,
the
hold on,
art
hold on,
for people
hold
that
on.
care about
But
that.
players also want story.
Yeah, exactly. They want
Mm,
both of
they
them.
want better gameplay more.
No, Rylick, stop looking at this from a competitive bro.
Riley's
There-
looking at it from his glasses, and that's it.
Bro,
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
like
That's your issue.
Retro's videos wouldn't get as many views as they do. Top 5 Gaming's videos wouldn't get as many views as they do. Some of Cypher's storyline videos wouldn't get as many views as they do if nobody gave a shit about the story. I wouldn't have had my TikTok career and been able to do so well on TikTok if I hadn't have done storyline content. My videos alone prove that people give a shit about the story.
Fair
Like
enough.
The story gives
hang
you
on
more
to this
things to talk
this
about.
day, I still have people begging me on TikTok. Please bring
The
the theory
story-
videos back.
the story impacts the gameplay as well. Like it's part of the reason
Yeah.
why we were talking about like with the Pirates collab. It feels kind of random because it's
Yeah.
not really integrated with the storyline in some way, right?
Yeah, I
So,
think
like,
I think people mainly care about the story when it affects what is going to happen with the gameplay in the future, right? Like if the Fortnite story was a movie, I feel like people wouldn't care about it. The reason why they care
Why?
is because
Well,
it
I-
affects the future of the
That's
game
so
and the
wrong. We
gameplay.
got the foundation. We got all of these awesome
The
characters.
foundation.
You really
Wait,
think
hold on.
that
Hang on a second.
nobody
Hold on a
would
second.
go to
Did you just
movies
contradict
for-
yourself?
Me or Cyan?
You.
How?
You said that. Hang on. You just said that the reason why people care about gameplay is because of the effect that the reason why people care about the
Oh, so
storyline
true.
is
If they
because of the
care about
effect.
the
Hang on.
storyline.
Hang on. You said the reason why people care about the storyline is because of the effect that it has in the gameplay, correct?
In the
Why
future,
do
yeah.
people watch the live events?
Right.
then?
Hold on a second. So if that's true, then the player base, objectively, a good portion of it cares about the story.
If they do care about the story, I think
You
you're
just
sort of
said they
missing my
did.
point.
Your own admission.
I
You just said
really
they
For
care.
care.
the people
What you're
that
talking
do
about
care
right
about
now.
the story, they mainly care about it not because it's the story of Fortnite, but it's because of how it will affect the game in the future.
And how did you come to that
affect
conclusion?
the gameplay. I think that's just common sense. Am I wrong?
No.
Yes.
Don't. That's a
Okay.
cop out answer. Hold on.
It's
No.
not.
No. How did you come to that conclusion? Break it down for me. Like I'm a
If I was
2-year-old.
gonna
Break
watch-
it down.
If I was gonna watch a story video about theorizing the future of Fortnite, I wouldn't watch that because I care about the story. I'm watching that to think about what Epic Games is going to do in the future that will affect the map
just you,
changes,
though.
the guns,
What?
the gameplay. Okay, that's
Who
fine.
watches them for
just
that?
me.
That's not why. No. That is not. No. That's not
legit
why
just
people
you.
watch. Riley,
Explain how I'm wrong though.
you want to know how I know you're wrong? Because of
Sure.
all the people that have commented on my storyline videos for years.
Mhm.
People care about the storyline, not because like when people, let me put it this way, when people comment on a storyline video, they're not be like, wow, Clark, that's really interesting that you think that the sisters might be that they might be Geno's daughters, right? That's really interesting that you think that might be the case. Well, I wonder what kind of loophole we're gonna get as a result of that. No one fucking said that.
No
Even
one,
right
no
now with
one,
the
no one
Wanderer.
says that.
I guess those people
hang on,
only care
hold
about
on,
the
hang on,
storyline.
stop,
That's
stop,
fine.
stop, stop. My point is, people care about these characters because they like the story. People care about
Okay.
Jonesy not because of what weapons he's going to bring in next season. However, the point that I was making before is that there is an element to the storyline that does matter, that does have an effect on gameplay, that makes the game more enjoyable. Now, if you
Yeah.
personally do not enjoy that, that's totally fine. But to say that it has
Yeah.
no utility or no purpose is just completely wrong. Because
I didn't
once
say
again,
that.
You do. You say it a lot.
When have I ever said the story has absolutely no purpose in the game?
You keep saying that the gameplay matters way more, that the
It does.
storyline is like most of the community doesn't care about, even though story gets like so much
Rylick,
views or
Rylick,
live events.
the reason why
I
people
I
are
think the
upset with
Fortnite
collabs.
storyline is more of a niche thing.
It's
To be
not.
honest.
It's literally not the story. Why do you think Disney
Even
is so
hang on,
rich
even if
right
hang
now?
on, even if that is true, that doesn't mean that you don't positively you don't positively benefit from it being good.
Sure. I mean, I feel like there's just a lot of people. I feel like probably 85% of people that play Fortnite don't even know there's a new update until after it already happens, and
Hold
their
on,
friends are
wait,
like, "Hey,
wait,
get on!" Like,
hold on, wait, hang
the
on.
storyline thing is so
Don't know
niche.
gamers.
Riley,
You're looking at it
millions
from
of
your
wait,
own
wait,
perspective
wait,
again.
Rylick. Top 5
Hmm.
Gaming, he has videos about the storyline that have done better than some of Click's most popular videos.
Well, sure, because he makes videos for 5-year-olds.
Hold on a second.
Anybody
Hold on.
can watch that.
My
Hold on a
entire
Riley,
second.
community is
Hold on.
Riley,
Hang on.
I'm listening to.
Even if that's true, that disproves your point. There are more if that's the case, then there are more fucking 5-year-olds that care about the storyline than there are sweaty losers that care about competitive. Which means that the player base for storyline is far bigger than the competitive scene. Thank you for proving my point.
Is not true at all.
Hang on. It's just
Riley.
5-year-olds that care about it. Then fuck it. It doesn't matter. No one's arguing the age. The point is that people that watch the storylines, there's more. Top 5 Gaming can generate more views from storyline content than some of the best competitive players can generate for their competitive videos.
Riley, the entire chat of Clark is against you right now. We should probably stop
That's fine.
this.
I'm in a 160 versus 1 argument with everyone just like
Shouldn't that
missing
tell
the
you
points that
something?
I
Really?
made.
No, they're not.
You
They're not
don't
missing the point at
care.
all. You're telling me that grass is pink, and then we go, no, it's not, and
No,
then you go,
I didn't
I
say
never
that.
said grass was pink.
You
You're
have
right.
an
I
opinion
didn't
and
say
want to
that.
stick to it no matter what, and that's
And
not
then
a good
if
thing.
we're like, no, Riley, like grass isn't pink. Oh, okay.
yeah, it's like
I don't
oh,
understand
no,
how Clark's
people-
arguing
I think
with
people
this.
are just misunderstanding my point and then
What is
hating
your
on me
point?
for
No,
it.
your
That's
point
fine
is-
then.
No, what's your point? Reframe,
The point is that
recontextualize it.
gameplay in a game matters more than anything else.
No.
Simply
There
put.
is
Hey, hang on. No.
everything works
No. Here's
together.
why.
That's my
Hey-
point. That's exactly what I'm saying. You.
Wait, go ahead, Clint.
Sorry,
What's
I didn't mean to
your point?
interrupt you, Clark.
Go ahead.
I was at a
No,
stupid
Come
point. Like
to
it's a
me, I
video
will
game. People
help
care
you,
about the
don't
gameplay of the game.
Hold on
No,
a
I
second.
know, but you constantly shift the argument to what you're talking about,
How?
Halo,
and yet you say something, you go, well, and then we respond to it, and then you go, well, that wasn't my point.
How? Give an
You're doing
example.
it now.
How?
You keep
Give an
talking about
example.
you were talking about the storyline just sucking in chapter 2 completely, and then you shift the conversation into something that's not even about chapter 2.
I said,
yeah,
I feel like the
actually, Riley, he
storyline
does
of
have a point.
Fortnite
Your
sucks.
original point was that the Fortnite storyline sucked and that nobody cared about it. Now your argument is that, well, gameplay is more important.
Yeah,
always
that's
said
how-
gameplay is more
changing it when you
important.
get proven wrong.
And then
you
5
don't
minutes
have
from now, it's
to-
gonna
But
be
hold
about
on, you
something else.
just ignored the other half of what I just said. Your original argument was that the Fortnite storyline was nonsensical, it couldn't be followed, and that nobody really cared about it. When we were talking about
I
chapter
didn't say
2,
that it can't be followed.
Hey, you-
I said it seems
okay.
like it lost the plot.
Well, but you're
that
still
would
wrong, so-
okay. You did say that it can't be followed, but it's fine.
It doesn't
It-
feel like it's a very tight storyline.
Yeah,
It
and
takes more effort
you
now
try
to
to
get
you
into
try
the
to use
Fortnite
you
story
try to
and
use
digging deep for it.
and you try to argue that like objectively during during the peak of the Fortnite storyline how unfollowable it was, and that was just we proved to you how that's not true. What Clint is
Yeah,
saying, Clint is saying is correct. You keep shifting the argument constantly.
I'm still failing to
Usually
see how
whenever
that
that you
is.
get proven
Wait,
wrong
once-
and
can
you
I
don't know
can
what
I
to
say something
you
really
change
quick?
it.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
It's a bad time, but how much longer are we planning on going? Because I'm using my friend's room and I have to get off.
So
soon.
valid
actually,
question.
My bad.
I
We
do have to
can-
take off soon as well, Clark.
No, that's fine. We can end it here. We
We didn't even talk about Dr.
I mean, if you have
Doom.
anything else you wanted to talk about, like
no.
last
It's
topics,
we went on this last topic way longer than I like. This wasn't even on the docket, but I like it. It was fun. Look, this is what I'm gonna do, guys.
thank all of you guys for jumping on. This was awesome.
Of course.
I appreciate
thank you, Clark.
everybody's perspective. This was probably look. This is I'm gonna throw the. I know you guys can't hear it, but I'm throwing the applause on right now. This was a really fun podcast. I like this crew of people because like everyone's opinions are so varied. It's dynamic. So
And mine
thank
are
you.
always right, of course, as everyone knows. W me for
Of
real.
course.
I'm the only one.
And right, like I hope like no hate taken at all.
Yeah, no, hey. I
Okay,
think-
okay. Just want to
I
make sure.
think the way that I phrase things sometimes is hard to follow, so I
It's a
understand why
little
people
bit
think that.
like, sometimes aggressive too. Like when you say literally nobody cares about the story, of course all of those
I didn't say
millions
Well,
of
no.
literally
people
To
are
be
nobody
fair,
cares
he's
about
not.
the
He's not being
story.
aggressive.
It's listen,
didn't say
aggressive or
literally
not.
no one
It's
cares about it.
him being aggressive isn't the problem. You need to
I don't
learn
think he
how.
was aggressive.
You need to learn how to fully express your thoughts, your concept. This
And
we've
it's
had
hard
this.
when I have your entire chat going against me, making their own points, then all of you guys in the call are interrupting
You-
each other, saying that I'm wrong because of this and this and this, and I don't have
But
time
shouldn't
to
that tell you
respond to that.
something?
And
wait,
people
no.
take what I say out of context
you
and
don't-
say
hold
it
on,
back
wait,
in a
hold on,
It's
different
not out of
way.
context.
Hold
It's
on,
not out
hang
of
on,
context.
right.
We keep repeating your own points to you.
Yeah, right. Like there were multiple. Listen, if you ignored everybody else but me, right? Because honestly, a lot of that was me. You going back and forth for a little while. You could have easily followed what I was saying. You even asked me questions, and I went back and explained to you what you said, and for some reason you still weren't getting it, which is fine. But to be fair, that's a skill that has to be developed over time. I used to when I was younger, I had a tougher time following other people's arguments when it came to certain things. I just don't think you're used to that yet. But you're also like losing track
Like
of your.
following different arguments with different people.
But no, just following one person's argument. I've noticed that. Like you have it, and once again, I'm not trying to dog on you, but you do have a difficult time following even one person's argument or one person's train of logic, or like different arguments that kind of layer on top of each other. But that once again,
If it was just you and I in a call, it would have been fine. But hearing everyone else's intake all the time makes it kind of confusing about who I'm responding to and what I'm saying.
well, I think the main issue is you need to keep the general, like the general focus of the topic in mind. Like what's the point? What's the point that you think we're making, and what's the point that you're trying to make?
Hold on, one sec. Hold up.
Anyway,
Oh, he's gone.
point is, guys, I love y'all. You
Yeah,
all have
talk
changed my
about
life in
Dr.
more ways than you
Doom.
could possibly imagine. You're all awesome. Thank you for being on the pod. I'm not going to keep you any
Love
longer.
too, baby.
I
Hey,
have
thank
some.
you very much, everybody.
Yeah, man. I have some V-Bucks I have to give away, but I'm going to.
me
I've got to
right
give
now
away
all
5
of
V-Buck cards.
My door was getting knocked down. What's up?
You're good. We've voted
just
you off.
ending it.
We were tired of you. So
Goodbye.
Me off the island.
Hey, thanks everybody,
I'm going
and
to
Clark's
Anyway.
chat. Thank you.
I appreciate
thank
you
you,
guys.
Clark.
Have a good one.
All right, I'm in it.
Later.
Peace,
See you guys.
guys.
Love y'all. Have a good night.
I didn't get to talk about Doctor Doom. This
Ne-
is so sad.
next time.
Yeah, I don't know.
we
about
might
that.
we might do a follow up, Sion. We'll see.
Okay,
Go
let's go. All
right.
about storyline, nothing else, only the lore.
We need a
Yeah, dude.
storyline pod for sure. So, all right, peace,
Nah.
y'all. All right, chat. Look, let's give it up. Let's give it up for the boys one more time. All right, let's do it. Now, look, I know what y'all really want. Okay, y'all want these nice juicy V-Bucks, and we're gonna give them to you. We're gonna give away 5 V-Buck cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 13,500 card. Let's go ahead and do that. I know what you came for. Poppy Clark is here to deliver, okay? All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Actually, shit, I didn't even have the raffle going on. That's an L. Hold on. Let me get the raffle started. So listen, this is what we're going to do. Streamlabs. I'm going to give you all, this is more than enough time. I'm going to give you all about 5 minutes to enter in this giveaway. If you want to participate and you want a chance to enter this raffle, you must be on Twitch. That is the first requirement. Number 1, you must be on Twitch. Okay. Number 2, you have to be in the Discord. The reason why is when I call your name on Twitch, I need you to be able to send me a message for what your Discord name is. After you tell me what your Discord name is in Twitch chat, I will then have you need you to send me a message on Discord. That way I can give you your V-Bucks. It is that simple. So, once again, you must be on Twitch. You must be in the Discord. When I call your name, first thing you should do is tell me what your Discord name is. Afterwards, you send me a message on Discord, and I will send you the code for your V-Bucks. Very simple. I am starting the giveaway right now. ! Raffle in chat is the command to get yourself a ticket, and while we're doing that, let's go ahead and play my funky jazz music for the one time, bro. God. What a hell of a podcast, man. Only do the raffle one time. You only get one ticket. You do not have to spam it. Chat, remember tomorrow we will have another stream. We are going to have another stream. We're going to play customs tomorrow with the boys, all right? I'm debating on doing a little different than I had originally planned, but we'll see. We'll see. What I like about this chapter is that it's mainly focused on Pandora's box. Yeah, we kind of got away from the 0 point. We're doing the whole Pandora's box thing, which is kind of cool. I think that's neat. I don't have a problem with that. Hold on. Yo, chat, when this music ends, that's when I'm going to pick the winner of the giveaway, all right? I think the song's about 5 minutes. We're going to pick 4 winners. It's going to be 4 winners. The first... Or sorry, no, I lied. We're going to have 5 winners, actually. The first 4 are going to be for 1,000 V-Bucks. And the last one will be for 13,500. Okay? That's how we're going to do it. That is exactly how we're going to do this. They're going to be 5 separate winners. So everybody is hoping that they're not that their names aren't called for the first 4. That they're called for the last one. Astro, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I like this song. I like the more classy jazz kind of music, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's right, RoboCoop. Get your butt over here, dog. FW2 Sad. What's up, bro? You can tell me something. Go for it. Knock yourself out. What you got to tell me? I am definitely not winning any V-Bucks at all. Cybertronic Cube, you don't know that, bro. You can win. You got just as much likelihood to win as everybody else here, man. Also, real quick, would like to give a couple thank yous. Troublemaker, I see you resubscribe with a tier 1 sub. Appreciate you, bro. Sean gave me 100 biddies. Sorry, I'm late. Really sick for a second. Life is amazing. Can't believe Epic is cooking once again. Once I get a life. P.S. I'm literally Ryan Gossip. Okay, all right, Sean, thank you. OxyClean Plus also subscribe with the Twitch Prime. Want to give a shout out and a thank you to OxyClean Plus. Also, I want to give a shout out to all my YouTube members. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Look, man, here's another thing. I don't want anybody to feel guilty for not like having to give me money. If just you watching the streams is support enough, it means a lot. I think we got up to about 340 today between both platforms. So we're doing pretty well. We are doing really well, man. Very happy. My dad wants his PS4 back. But he has a PS5. Okay. Tell your dad to get it back. Tell your dad to grab that back. Clark, I'm French. Am I able to get the V-Bucks? Yes, you are, but you got to be on Twitch, the Gold Phantom. Get your butt over there before the song ends, okay? Everybody that's on YouTube, if you want V-Bucks, make sure you're on Twitch and make sure you are in the Discord. !! Discord is the command on YouTube or Twitch. If you're on TikTok, link will be in my bio to Twitch and to Discord, okay? But you have to be in the Discord to win, and you have to be on Twitch. Cannot be on YouTube or TikTok. Just giving y'all a heads up. Get your butt over there. We got 77 tickets in right now. 77 people out of a couple hundred have entered the raffle, which I find interesting. Who's my favorite Battle Pass skin for next season? You know, Hackers, people keep asking me that. I don't know yet. I don't know. I gotta look at it again. Maybe Doom looks pretty cool. But I also like Winpool. I don't know. I'll look. Actually, what's her name? The chick with the white hair. I forget her name. But she's kind of cool. I like her. Clark, you guys literally need to check out Fortnite Finishers FFA tomorrow for customs. We're gonna be playing a reload tomorrow for customs, but we might play that at a different time. Emma Frost, thank you. EJ, yes, Emma Frost. I like Emma Frost. Marvel had no business making Emma Frost that fine, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. Honestly. Oh Lord, do you think Naruto skins will ever come back because I didn't get the second wave of skins? They might. You know, I have all the Naruto skins and I never wear them, bro. Probably should start rocking them. I don't see why they wouldn't though. They probably will eventually. All right, Chad. Well, look. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give y'all a couple more minutes. All right, give you a couple more minutes. See if we get a couple extra people to get some tickets in. All right. Remember, make sure you're on Twitch. Also, Chad, what are you gonna do when I call your name when you win? All right. You're gonna give me your Discord name. Then what are you gonna do immediately after that? You're gonna send me a message. Listen, I think the quickest time is like 10 seconds so far. You should be ready to type you should have your Discord name just copied already, so you can just paste it in and then be ready to send me a message on Discord. Also, if you don't know how to send me a message on Discord, when you're in my Discord server, you just click on my name, you hit message, and you'll be able to contact me. You'll be able to send me a message, okay? Because there's some people that get confused by that. They don't know how to do it. So, yeah, man. How did everybody feel about the podcast today? Did everybody enjoy it? Everybody have fun? Was this a good way to start off the week? So hyped for next season. As a huge Marvel fan, it's just crazy. Yeah, man, I didn't get a chance to share my opinions on that. I'm gonna try to shoot a video on that tomorrow morning, though. Well, I'm very excited. Blue Jay was good. Troubles from the W's, appreciate it. Cybernetic Foxes loved it. Good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Yes, hell yeah, bro. The different opinions people had. Yeah, Raymundo. Yeah, I that's what I loved most about this one. Everybody's opinions were kind of varied. And I understand where people are coming from. Like, I get it. But it's just, it takes a lot to be able to, I don't know, you gotta, to look at things a bit more objectively. Like, you gotta kind of put some of your personal feelings to the side. And that can be tough sometimes. You know? And then to be fair, but everyone's got their own biases, you know? I've got my biases too. I'm not perfect. And to be fair to Rylick, I think Rylick was doing really pretty well at handling himself. When we debated one-on-one, he was able to give more coherent thoughts because he wasn't having to keep track of everybody else's arguments. But what Rylick has to understand is it's not necessary to keep track of everyone's arguments. It's more necessary to keep the focus, like the core focus of what you're saying. If you keep that in focus when you're like debating people, even if it's multiple people, that makes it easier for you to do that. Like, I've been in situations where I've had to debate like 4 or 5 people at one time. If you understand where you stand on a particular issue, like, it's easier to start debating other people. And not every point needs to necessarily be addressed, because you can always circle back and get back to what your core point is. I think Rylick kind of forgot what his point was in that conversation. But I love Rylick, bro. Rylick's a good dude. He's a very good dude. I'm blessed to know him. I give Rylick a lot of shit, but we love Rylick. All right, look. Enough glazing. Chat, I love you. I'm closing on entries for this giveaway. All right? No more entries for the giveaway. This giveaway is from V-Bucks. Let's do it. Okay, so listen. The first 4 are going to be for 1,000. The last one's going to be for 13,500. This one you cannot win more than one time, okay? We're going to pick one at a time. Got the picture ready. Hopefully you've got my Discord ready. And you've also got your Discord name ready to go. Remember, when I call your name, listen, we should not have the problem of somebody leaving when they get their name called. Because we're doing literally this giveaway within the first 8 minutes. We should be good. Everybody should be here. So let's do this. We got ads. God damn it. Are we getting an ad break? Man. It's always some dumb shit, bro. It's always some dumb shit. You know what? We can still do it even with ads. I don't think everybody's getting ads though. What skin is that? It's a new Star Wars skins in the in the item shop. Quack Duck. Just copped it. This is why Twitch sucks. Yeah, but Twitch has so many more other positives, man. Damn, is everybody getting ads right now? We'll wait. We'll give it a second. Hold on. We will wait. Are we back? Are we good? Are the ads over for everybody? Are we good? All right. If the ads are over, we can get on and popping. All right. Perfect. Let's do it. Let's give away V-Bucks to somebody. First winner of the evening. Who's it going to be? Definitely Yoshi. Brother, are you here, dog? Definitely Yoshi. Where you at, bro? Where you at? Chief Dave 777. I love it, bro. Get some W's and chicken in the chat for our boy. W's and chicken in the chat for our boy. Send me a message right meow, brother. Right meow. Let's see. Hold on. Message requests. What in the world? Bro, who's this loser trying to send me a message? All right, Yoshi, listen, bro. Listen, I need you to get the ball rolling, all right? I need you to get the ball rolling. All right? Where's my message, bro? So I can send you these V-bones. Come on, let's get it together. Are we rating tonight?
Y'all want to raid somebody? We can definitely raid somebody if you want. We got a lot of people here. It's not letting you send the message. It should. If you're in my Discord, you should be able to send me a message immediately, bro. You should be in my Discord, clicking on my name, trying to send me a message right now. Let me see. Unless I have you blocked for some reason, that'd be kind of weird. There you are. Looks like you figured it out, dog. What was the problem? Looks like you figured it out. Now it works. There was a setting I had turned on. Ah. That was a personal problem. It's all good, bro. I got you. Don't worry about it, man. 1,000 V-Bucks on the way to you, okay? I appreciate you watching the stream today. Hopefully you had a fantastic evening. I know I did. Let's do it. All right. Make sure I'm sending you the right code. Let's double check this bad boy. That is it. Just send it off to you, dog. Congratulations. Let's get the next winner ready to go. Next 1,000 V-Bucks. Be like our boy Yoshi here and be set to go, right? Be ready. Everybody should be ready to go this time. All right. Next winner. Who's it gonna be? What's this? Killian Gamer 2009, dog. Are you here, bro? Killian, are you here? Same as your Twitch. All right, bro. Send me a message. 1,000 V-Bucks on the way to you, dog. Let's go. W's and chicken in the chat for our boy. Good to see some new names winning some V-Bucks out here, man. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Send me a message. Let's do this thing. Yo, bro. Listen, if you're spamming me with messages, and your name is not getting called, I'm just gonna block you. And if your name does get called, guess what? You're automatically disqualified from any future giveaways. That sucks. That sucks. Yo, Chief Dave, glad you got the V-Bucks, bro. Congratulations. We're still waiting on Killian. Still waiting on Killian. He'll message me in a second. I know it takes people a couple minutes. It's all good. Let's do this. Give it a second. Bro, who is this? Spamming on YouTube, bro. Let's just get rid of you. Because you've been here before being cringe. Where we at? There he is. We got him, chat. We got him. Time to send him a message. Get him these V-Bones. Let's do it. Remember, also, we're going to be giving out V-Bucks for the rest of the week. So if you don't win today, you'll have plenty more opportunities to do so later on, all right? We are going to be giving away V-Bucks all week. Let's do this. Oop, send. Make sure the codes match up. They do. All right, dog. Congratulations to you. W. Killian. Third winner of the evening. Let's get this card ready to go. So many V-Bucks, bro. Chat, I'm pretty sure I spent like probably 1,500 V-Bucks. It's actually ridiculous how much I spent. It's actually a problem. No, I'm just joking. It's a tax write-off. It's fine. We're cool. We're vibing, chat. We're good. All right, next winner. Lil Uzi is daddy. Is that what I'm saying? Lil Uz is daddy. I know you probably meant to say Uzi, but yep. Round of applause. Mr. Slat 1600, let's go. Send me a message, bro. I got you. I got you. Send me a message. I'm taking a picture of your V-Bucks right now. Let's do it. While we're waiting for him, chat. Man, so much fun. Clark, you excited for next season? Ultimate Fusion? I am, bro. I'm looking forward to it. I am very excited. I think there's a lot to enjoy.
I mean, it's gonna be a lot to enjoy next season. Now, granted, I could absolutely hate it and go back on my word and say that this is complete dog water, but I don't think that that's gonna be the case. Let's see, Mr. Slat, got him. Mr. Slat, I got you, bro. I'm about to send you a message right now. Getting your V-Bucks. Make sure the code is the same. We got it. All right, bro. Congratulations, man. Chat, we got 2 more winners for tonight. 1,000 V-Bucks on this next one. And then after that, the biggie, the 13,500. Somebody's winning big tonight. Slat, you are welcome, bro. Congratulations. Thanks for watching and supporting the streams, man. Hope to see you active in the Discord as well. Because look, chat, I'm just going to give you all a heads up, too. There is going to be a point in time where I start giving away V-Bucks weekly in the Discord. I want to do that. I definitely want to do that. Also, ignore. I don't know why people are trying to send me messages trying to sell other people's V-Bucks. That's really cringe. Let me see. Clark, was it just me or who hasn't received the Pilverine backbling yet? Quack Duck, we get it on Friday. You're giving it to us on Friday. All right, 4th winner of the evening. Taking it right now. Clown Ground. Clown Ground, are you here, dog? You should be. Finally, an easy name. Clown Ground. 1,000 V-Bucks to you, brother. Faceless Mask. Got you. I got you. Send me a message, and the V-Bucks are yours, dog. Let's go. Let's do this. Damn, he was quick, bro. I got you. Except DM. I got you. All right, bro. Let's do it like this. Back. Picture. And send. All right, dog. I just sent it off to you. Wait, is this the right? Yep. Okay, that scared me for a second. I thought I sent you the right one. Wrong one. Congratulations, bro. 4th winner of the evening. Ew. All right. Now, chat. Yo, Clanker, you are welcome, bro. Congratulations, man. But chat, listen. It's been months since I've given away 13,500 V-Bucks on this channel. This is going to be our first 13,500 V-Buck winner. I think almost, not since Christmas, but I think it's been since March or May. So it's been a while. It's been quite a few months. So one of you is about to be able to grab everything in the item shop tonight. All right, not quite, but you'll be able to get a lot of stuff. Remember, for everybody, creator code Clark_Clint in your item shop. Just put my name in your item shop, bro, if you get a chance. You want to support your boy. But I appreciate the support from you guys watching. So love y'all. Last winner of the evening, all right? Let's see what it's going to be. Big money. Big money. Tommy_the blob, brother, are you here? 13,500 V-Bucks. Tommy, please tell me you're here, bro. Where you at, Tommy? _the blob, bro. Imagine he's the one person that's not here. Imagine he left. Tommy, you got to be here. Come on, bro. Yeah, there he is, Bobby Dusher. I got you. I got you, brother. Send me a message before somebody tries to steal your V-Bucks. I've had this code for a fat minute. I think I might have had this one since Christmas, actually. 13,500 V-Bucks, man. Crazy. Chat, name another streamer that gives, my size, that gives away this many V-Bucks. I've been giving away V-Bucks every day, every half an hour for We're on our second week. And even after all this is done, we're still going to give away V-Bucks over the next few weeks too. It's just not going to be every half hour. But we're going to do minimum 2 giveaways a day. So we will be doing it probably for the next month. Just a heads up. Let's see. Wait for Tommy to write me. Get you up the Tommy. Where we at? There he is. You did win, bro. You did win. I'm accepting your DM right now. And I am sending you 13,500 V-Bucks. Well deserved, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here, man. This was a special pod. I had a lot of fun today, guys, and I hope you did too. But listen, chat, let's give it up for our winners tonight, all right? Round of applause, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Bobby, 13,500 V-Bucks were sent to you, dog. Congratulations. I think this is the right one. Yep, it's the right one. All right. We're good, chat. Look, I love y'all. I had fun today. Let's we're gonna complete this giveaway. Look, if you didn't win today, don't worry. We're giving away more V-Bucks tomorrow, including another 13,500 V-Buck card. But look at how small this stack is now, right? Think about where we started. This sucker was like 3 times this size. Look how thin this is now, bro. It's almost sad. It's like I can't give away as many V-Bucks. But what a hell of a stream, bro. All right, let's go. Look, let's go raid somebody. Let's go be a blessing to somebody else before we end things off. All right. Let's go find somebody else to go raid. We got 130. Let's see how many people we can keep in here to go raid somebody. All right, we're gonna do a nice little raid. Let's go. Probably help me pick somebody out. Who we got? You want to raid Typical Gamer? Let's not raid TG. What the fuck? What in the hentai is going on here, bro? What the? All right, let's go. Let me stop corrupting my audience and try to go find somebody. Asian Jeff. Who are we? Who we want to raid? Who's this? Rich Homie Quinn. Oh shit, is this Relays? Yo. This Relays doing, bro? Is Relays even playing? Bro. Y'all remember the little bit of drama we had with Relays last year? God bless you. I love Relays, bro. Relays, we squashed that shit quick. Relays is dope. Should we, yo, chat, do we want to raid Relays? We're not raiding a Minecraft streamer lunch. I love you, but we're not doing it. Lunch, no. Who? Nah. Chat, should we do it? Trouble saying do it. I trust Troublemaker.
My 30-year-old brother said, shout out, man.
He's not playing Fortnite though. Do y'all want that, or do you want somebody that's playing Fortnite? I'll give y'all the option. I'm not opposed to raiding Relays. We can do that. You know what, Tricky, put up a poll real quick. Put up a poll. And we'll figure it out. Nah, L Bloom. Fortnite is all that matters in life. Who wants to watch Balloon stream right now? Typical Gamer, bro. We don't need to raid TG. He's got enough viewers, bro. Let's raid somebody that don't have a lot. Is Trickster here or not? I think y'all are saying you want to raid somebody that's playing Fortnite though. So what are we gonna say? You say whatever you want, bro. You just support them. Just throw some W's and chick in the chat. Be like Clark raid, all that good stuff. Just send love to somebody. Gotta be a blessing to somebody else, man. Let's keep looking. Let's do. Cause y'all want to see somebody play Fortnite. Let's go load up. Who's interesting? Is there anybody that's super interesting that's got like 1 viewer? Who's this? Who is this? Bro's just sitting here chilling. Hold on.
Are you playing with viewers?
Let me see.
If you add me. Huh, but you only have so long.
Oh, he's reading his chat. Hold on.
I'm taking a nothing break.
Oh, I can't type in his chat because I'm not this guy for sure.
All right, I'll follow him.
He's probably a mobile player, bro. Yo, thank you for Clint for the follow.
Clint just followed.
Appreciate the follow, Clint, on Twitch. Alright, I'm not playing ranked with you, big guy. It's not good though.
All right, chat. Yeah, I think this is the one. I think this guy seems cool. I like him. One of these days, some people will know who I am when I follow or
Bro,
raid.
are you entertaining? I'm probably the most entertained motherfucker you're ever gonna watch. To be real.
Yeah, I like
Thank
this
you, Random
guy.
King, for the follow.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate the follow on Twitch,
Yeah,
King.
let's go. Yeah, vibes, chat.
Let's go, team.
Vibes. Let's go
Let's
raid this
bro.
motherfucker.
That's what I like to hear. I know. Keep it up. I got stupid friends. And yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm feeling it. This is hands down the most entertaining dude.
Oh, you're telling him to love you. You gotta love me, not him. What are we
All right,
doing?
chat, we're raiding this dude. We're gonna raid this man. I love y'all. All right, show him some love. Spam chicken in the chat. All that. We want to see it.
You, me for the follow.
Let's go.
Good, Roman.
Let's do it.
I was just joking.
Enjoy the stream. I will see y'all tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. But listen, y'all represent me when we go raid somebody. Show Dempsey some love, all right? Go crazy.
It's all good because he has no.
Bro, I know, bro.
Afro_.
Yo!
Just followed.
Yo! I got raided! Yo! Yo, I got raided! W Ray Clint! W Ray Clint! Holy shit! Holy